for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to
rumble! Yeah. What's up? This the boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. New meeting today, USA Boxing. And we back. Yes, sir. We are here in the building and we are doing our thing. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Really appreciated the show today. I watched a little bit of it. I probably watched like maybe an hour. No. Probably like 35 minutes of the show with about an hour of the show with Nesta Gibbs, the boxing voice, Lady Shan. I was on there. I think Punch Drunk was on there, and Showbiz the Adult. You know what I mean? So shout out to those guys. Pretty good panel. I like that today. Other than that, man, what's going on, man? What's going on? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I have some questions today, and we need some answers. And the answers that we need the questions to are from the we have to in Al We Trust. In Al We Trust, right? And I want to break something down. This is not to bag on Al Haymon. This is not, man, we gonna bag on Al Haymon. No. This ain't it. This is not the bag on Al Haymon. But I believe in asking some serious questions. You know, I believe in asking questions. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why I believe in asking questions, because when you ask, most importantly, I believe in asking the right questions. You see what I'm saying? Because we hear all of this that Al Haymon is a god. We hear that fighters, I forgot the Latino fighter name, you know, he named his son after Al Haymon, right? You hear fighters, man, you never hear anybody say anything bad about Al Haymon. Al Haymon is an angel. Al Haymon is a god. People pray to Al Haymon. They thank Al Haymon before they thank God. Whatever fool does that is a goddamn fool. But that's to me, that's troubling, because anytime a man would thank another man before he thinks the higher power, if he believes in a higher power, something is wrong with that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you go to looking at a man in a deity type way, you say on Santa Cruz, thank you so much, brother. When you go to looking at a man in a deity type way, it was Santa Cruz who named his son after Al Haymon. Leo Santa Cruz is a goddamn fool. What the hell I look like naming my son after another nigga? Boy, hush. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. When you look at a person as a deity, you don't question anything from this guy. When you look at a person as a deity, you don't question anything. Everything that person says is right. Everything that person does is correct. You just take what he says, close your eyes, and believe it. The only problem with that is when you do that, I have seen, we have a lot of evidence that I'm gonna show on the screen right here. But not only a lot, but we have seen throughout the years fighters who generated a lot of money, but they ended up broke. And they say that there's no fighter in the PBC. Everybody's happy at the PBC. You guys remember that? Everybody is happy at the PBC. Everybody is living in mansions in the PBC and driving Rolls Royces and eating caviar and party, you know, having parties and partying with the best of them, and when they take a bath, they swimming in $100 bills when they take a bath, all because of Al Haymon. This is what they are saying out there. This is what the pro PBC ass kissers are saying. This is what a lot of the Alphabet Boy channels who are saying. This is what the big fit call out. This is what a lot of these guys are saying. Me, I ain't going for that. Because, you know, then these guys will say that, oh, because he's a black man. The black man won't steal from nobody. The black man, because he's black, this is why you talking about him, but you don't talk about the white man. These, normally when you hear people talk like that, these are ignorant fools who are trying to deflect, right? They're trying to deflect because you hear a lot of stories of Don King stealing from his fighters. Last time I checked, he was black. You know the stories of Muhammad Ali getting robbed blind by Herbert Muhammad, which was Elijah Muhammad's son. He got robbed blind. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, let's do this. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to Ignorant Boxing. Shout out to Taco K. Shout out to Johnny Blaze. Shout out to Jed Stillwell. Shout out to Fury and Survivor. Shout out to PBC Fanboy. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Eluna. Eluna 58. What's going on, sis? Shout out to Halim in the building. Shout out to PED. Shout out to Demi. Demitar. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Double A Sagittarius. Shout out to OG, double OG, triple OG, quadruple OG. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Iron Kong 26. Shout out to Richard Slutsky. Shout out to Frank. What's going on, fam? Shout out to my brother Toon. What's happening? Shout out to Bruce Goals. What the link read? Shout out to Lady Shan Kaboom in the building. Please subscribe to Lady Shan YouTube channel. Shout out to Linux was the best. Linux was best. Shout out to you, fam. Shout out to Jeff Lucietta. Shout out to Egg Shake Farm. Shout out to Johnny Blaze. Shout out to OG, double OG, triple OG, quadruple OG. Shout out to Jeff Luciano once again. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Shout out to Jovan Soto. Shout out to Carlos Diaz. What's going on, Carlos? What's happening, man? What's going on? Shout out to who else we have? Shout out to Steel Shelf. Shout out to Dude Bro. Shout out to Paul Evans. Shout out to Sergio 510. And let's get into this. Now, as you guys know, and pretty much on YouTube, when you go to like on the Chitlin circuit and you go to the urban channels, like the Alphabet Boy channels and stuff, these guys are pro PBC, pro Al Haymon supporters. These guys love the PBC more than they love a particular fighter. Literally. This is new to me. These are grown ass men on top of that. This is new to me. So I never understood it myself. These niggas is older than me. And they in love with promotional companies. Right? They in love with promotional companies. But where are we going at with this today? Adrien Broner want all his money from Al Haymon. Adrien Broner want Al Haymon to pay him all of his money. Apparently, Adrien Broner has been put on an allowance by Al Haymon. He's been put on an allowance, and I'm gonna tell you why. Adrien Broner went to his Instagram. I was on his Instagram yesterday, right? I have it up right here. I'm gonna pull it up. Adrien Broner wants all of his money from Al Haymon, and he told Al Haymon to stop playing with him and stop calling him on the phone, right? And pay him the rest of his money. Now, I don't know what's going on. All I know is what AB is saying. His voicing his own personal frustrations with the PBC, right? With Mr. Call Al himself, Mr. Call Al. Now the rumor has it that every PBC fighter, as I said before, every fighter at the PBC is making millions of dollars, living in mansions, as I said before, and driving around in Rolls Royces and swimming in $100 bills when they dive in the swimming pools and take a bath. That if you talk to a lot of YouTube channels, they'll tell you that about Al Haymon. Oh man, I'll take care of all of his fighters. All his fighters is doing good and yada 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 yada. The man got over 140 fighters on his channel, on his platform, right? With the PBC. But these YouTube channels know for a fact that Al Haymon is taking care of everybody. This how hard these niggas count for Al Haymon. The crazy part about it is they never met Al Haymon. Al Haymon doesn't take pictures and he don't do interviews. So how do these niggas know more about Al Haymon than Al Haymon know about himself? Or know than any other fighter? Well, this fighter said this about him, and that fighter said that about him. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fighters got good things to say about Al Haymon. And you think those 10 fighters, and you say, look what he did with Floyd. Yeah, but he definitely did that with Floyd, but Floyd had the gift, the gab, and the talent as well, right? So if he did it with Floyd, he should be able to produce another Floyd and another Floyd. Because if you can be successful, have mega success with one fighter, he should be able to replicate that success, right? He should be able to replicate it. But let's carry on. right? So we know the rumors. Everybody in the PBC, they balling, they got plenty of money, they living in mansions, they driving Rolls Royces, and they swimming in swimming pools full of $100 bills. That's what we heard. You even heard exaggerated stories from the PBC ass kissers and their supporters of the Alphabet Boy community that Al Haymon is some type of god and he can do no goddamn wrong, right? Now, you know I went off on Bob Arum a few months back. I don't give a damn about none of them myself. So some people don't want to deflect and make it a black and white thing. That's how they try to come at me now. Yeah, man, I know that you talk about the black man. You don't never say nothing about the white man. Nigga, we ain't finna play these crackhead games. I don't give a damn about the skin color. We looking at right and wrong. This is how they try to come at me now. Nigga, please, come better than that. That reverse psychology, that shit don't work on me. Now, they look at Bob Arum as the devil, but Al Haymon as an angel. All because of his skin color. Now, do you notice the Alphabet Boy community? They're supporters, right? And the PBC ass kissers, right? And the call Al. They look at Al Haymon as a devil, Bob Arum as a devil. Oh, Bob Arum is the devil. He's a snake. He this, he's that. Okay.
Hey, okay.
You know, but Al Haymon is the angel.
Hey, okay.
And Al Haymon can't do no wrong, and all of his fighters is doing well. Oh yeah.
Hey, okay.
Well, let's see. So check this out, guys. So I guess Al Haymon has the complexion for the protection. But come to find out, Al Haymon is not the angel that a lot of his fanboys and PBC ass kissers and Alphabet Boy supporters are making him out to be. Adrien Broner exposed Mr. Call Al on his personal Instagram. I'm going to pull it up right here in a minute, guys. Yesterday, about his personal business dealings with Al Haymon. Now, he didn't get into a whole lot of it, but he was frustrated enough to the point to where he felt like he needed to go on his burner account, his IG, and voice his frustration. Broner told Al Haymon, and I'm going to let you guys see it, stop playing with me. Stop trying to finesse him out of asking for his money. Apparently, according to Adrien Broner, Al Haymon owes him millions of dollars, right? Broner did acknowledge that he does owe different creditors, and he agreed to allow Al Haymon permission to pay off his debts for him. You see what I'm saying? But, and we know Adrien Broner's a fuck up. We know this, right? We know this. But, come to find out what I didn't know, but Broner says Al Haymon has...
Hey, okay.
What he said?
Hey, okay.
Broner said that Al Haymon has him on a $1,000 or $1,500 a day allowance. So Adrien Broner is so much of an effort, right? Al Haymon decided we're going to put him on the allowance on his own money, right? So Broner feels that Al Haymon should pay him the rest of his money in full and stop playing with him. He's a grown man. Adrien Broner is a grown man. If he wants to blow his money, trick it off, do what he want to do, so goddamn be it. If that's what he wants to do. Now, some people would say, hey, man, you know, man, Al Haymon is doing what's best for him. Yeah, but we're going to break this shit down today. We're going to break it down today. You see what I'm saying? Adrien Broner has been unable to get fights. As you know, if you are a fighter, the way you make money is what? You make money by fighting. Adrien Broner has been unable to get fights. So he hasn't been able to make no money, right? So Broner has been unable to get fights. You know, that as I said before, that would allow him to make money. Why? Because Al Haymon has not secured any fights for the man known as the problem. So Al Haymon has not only got him on an allowance, but he has not gave Adrien Broner any new fights. You see what I'm saying? Now, we're going to get into the problems of Adrien Broner himself, because all of this is not Al Haymon. All of this is not Al Haymon, guys. So for all you Al Haymon PBC ass kissers out there, this is not the bag on Al Haymon. Everything is not Al Haymon's fault. But I have a question about this, because Adrien Broner plays a big part in this stuff as well. You know, you don't want to blame it all on one man, but at the same time, that one man is not an angel. That one man is not an angel. And when you look at him, man, as a deity, that's when you are primed to be taken advantage of. I have countless examples I can show you. Countless examples. Right. So now let's get into this. So Broner's cries seem to be falling on deaf ears because Al Haymon ain't budging to Adrien Broner's demands to get paid the rest of his money. So Al Haymon probably feel like, hey man, you know, I need to hold your money, man, because you know you fucking up. Or Al Haymon could be robbing. We don't know. We don't know. He don't give interviews. We don't see him. So I'm not in the position to cap for him. And the dudes I see capping for Al Haymon, they don't even know the man. But they feel compelled to cap for him, and that's fine. If you're gonna go after Bob Arum for being a sleazeball, guess what? You gotta go at the black man too. If you're gonna go at the white man, you gotta go at the black man. Yeah. Because a thief don't care nothing about skin color. When a person steals from you, he don't care what color you are. When a person steals from you. Now, I'm not saying that Al Haymon is stealing from Adrien Broner, but I'm not saying that he's not. We don't know. But we're going to see. Now, we all know that Adrien Broner is an F-up. But if your advisor owes you millions of dollars and he works for you, you have a financial advisor and a manager. So he's your advisor and your manager. So he's getting paid off of you from an advisory position, and he's getting paid off of you from a management position. Right? You see what I'm saying? He works for you. Shouldn't he just pay Adrien Broner the rest of his goddamn money and be done with it? Or is Al Haymon doing the right thing by feeding AB $1,000 a day allowance of his own money? That's the question I want to ask you guys. Why Adrien Broner hasn't been able to secure any fights as of today? Don't know. Don't know. Mr. Call Al, you got to call Al. You know, I thought that the PBC fighters were their own bosses. So I don't blow that narrative up. We know the PBC fighters ain't their own bosses because they don't call no shots over there. They got to get permission from Al Haymon. Just like any other fighter who's with the promoter, you know, you got to get permission from your promoter. They got to get permission from Al Haymon. Facts. Now, as I said before, if they were their own bosses, like Wilder, Spence, the Charlo brothers, and other PBC fighters have claimed, shouldn't they be able to make their own fights and do what they want to do? I know you guys say, oh man, you just being funny. No, I ain't being funny, because a boss moves like a boss. You know, is it time for Adrien Broner to move on from Al Haymon in the PBC in order to get a fresh start? That might be a possibility. Is it wise for Adrien Broner to vent out his frustrations about Al Haymon on social media? I don't think so. But maybe he tried to do it the other way and the other way ain't working, right? Is it wise for Adrien Broner, you see what I'm saying, to just continue to vent the way he's been venting about Al out in the public, right? Do you feel that because Al Haymon is black, that he is incapable of being a crook like some have accused Bob Arum and Don King of being in the past? Do you feel that way? Oh, because he's black, you don't say nothing about the black man. If that's the way you feel, let me know. Or do you think that AB is just tripping and Al Haymon is a god that is above question about some of his business practices as it relates to his fighters? If that's the way you feel, man, y'all please let me know about that. Shout out to my main Toon for dropping that half a dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. Hey, okay.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. For sure. He said, you say what you want about AB. AB the truth. Say what you want, but AB the truth. That man got beat from corner to corner and took a beating from Maidana and still stayed 10 toes down. Wilder stopped. AJ stopped. But AB a dog. Yeah, AB can fight. AB can fight. Shout out to Punch Rock Boxing. I haven't looked at the chat yet. Let me go ahead and look at the chat, see what's going on. Shout out to Drew for dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. Hey, okay.
Drew said Haymon has the fighters with deals like Reebok had with Allen Iverson. How do you know that, sir? How did you know that? Did Al Haymon, not trying to be funny, but is there any documentation that I can find that you can lead me to show me where is true at? Because Al Haymon is a mysterious person. No one knows anything about his business practices. So, you know, they have over 140 fighters on their roster. So when you say Haymon has the fighters with deals like Reebok had with Iverson, could you please show me some fighters? He has 140 fighters. So could you please show me some fighters that have Reebok deals with Allen Iverson has? Please just send me in the right direction, brother, so I can find it. You know what I mean? Drew says Spence spoke on it. Yeah, that's Spence. But I'm saying they have over 140 fighters. I know Spence spoke on it, but can I see something tangible on my brother? That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to find it because that's a good teaching point. Because if his fighters have Reebok deals and they got all this money and they balling, then maybe AB tripping. Maybe AB is tripping. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to, do you know if Adrien Broner have a Reebok deal? Do you know if what the brother name is? Hold on. Let's do this. This is what we gonna do, guys. Let me go ahead and share the screen with you though. So let's do this though. Attention to all you PBC ass kissers and fanboys. If you get easily offended by what I am about to say today, you might want to kick rocks and leave the channel. If you are a beta male and you easily get offended, sorry about that, guys, about words that I may say because it's my opinion and I'm going to show facts to back up what I'm saying, you might not want to watch this show today. If you are emotionally invested with the PBC, you don't make a dime from them, you don't have any stock with them, but for some reason, you are emotionally invested with Al Haymon, who don't know you, who you never seen before, the nigga don't even talk to you, you might not want to watch this show today. If you are a troll and you are looking to get some shine, you want me to call your name out in the chat, guess what? You might not want to watch the show today. You see what I'm saying? If you do not like the movement that we are moving with right now, with New Meaning Today USA boxing, and you are an Alphabet Boy supporter, you might not want to watch the show today. I care nothing about your feelings. I care nothing about how emotional you are. If you are a Al B. Sure looking ass nigga, and you are a Ralph Transvant man with sensitivity ass dude, and you get offended very easy, this might not be the show you want to watch today, sir. I'm not here to cop deuces. We're not going to take any pleas. I'm going to call it straight down the middle the way I see it. And I don't give a damn what the skin complexion is. Everybody get it on New Meaning Today USA Boxing. Anybody can get it. I am the definition of the can man. Shout out to Adrien Broner saying he the can man. Anybody can get it. We ain't bullshitting. If I'm a rip Bob Arum, and I don't rip Bob Arum plenty of times on videos. I got the receipts I can drop down here. I would rip Bob Arum plenty of times. Guess what? I don't rip Don King before I even had a channel. Guess what? Shit, Al Haymon is not above reproach. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Now, the reason why you don't hear fighters, you say fighters don't never talk bad about Al Haymon. Adrien Broner is. There's another fighter that I became aware of. This guy said he got paid $60,000 for a fight. And he's been fighting for a little bit of while, right? There are fighters out there. But guess what? When you are in the power position, I'm going to explain something to you guys. When you are in the power position on the chessboard and you are on the side of the king, right? Al Haymon is the king of the PBC, right? And if you are signed and you have exclusive rights or whatever the case may be, a contract with the PBC, guess what? Will it be wise for you to complain or speak out about Al Haymon in public when you are signed to this guy? Let's go ahead and share this. So when they say, man, ain't nobody complaining about Al Haymon at the PBC, why would they? Al Haymon is a power broker. Al Haymon is a power broker in the game. Why would you? Why would you complain to your boss, apparently, when you are signed to your boss, when you work for your boss? Apparently, they supposed to work for him, but he worked for them. I mean, he's supposed to work for them, but they work for them. Listen, he is the one that makes sure that you get paid. He is the one that makes sure you get fights. Would it be wise for you to talk bad about your boss? So when you say ain't nobody saying nothing bad about him over here, they smart. They're not supposed to. That doesn't mean that everybody is happy over there. But here it goes right here. AB said this here. He said, Al on some real ish. I know what I'm going through. He's going through something, of course, but at this point, you handling me like I hit licks for you, sending me $1,000 to $1,500, $1,000 to $1,500 a day. He said, nigga, if I want to spend $1 million, I should be able to do that because I made it. Let's stop right there. So he's saying that if he wants to spend $1 million of his own money, he should be able to do that because he made it. He has a point. Irregardless of whether you feel like Al Haymon is looking out for the best interest of Adrien Broner or his kids or his family or whatever the case may be, that may be the case, right? Al Haymon may be looking out for his best interest. But one thing about me, dog, what do I say over here? I'm not here to babysit no niggas. You see what I'm saying? Bruh, I can help you make the money, but if you want to blow your money, let him blow his goddamn money. Because what happens is stuff like this will happen. So Al Haymon got Adrien Broner on an allowance because apparently he must be blowing his money or messing it up. Who knows? I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. But he called Al Haymon a nigga. He said, nigga, if I want to spend $1 million, I should be able to because I made it. I know that I owe, and I told you to pay it. So basically, he's acknowledging right here that he does owe money to debt, to creditors, or whatever the case may be, and that he gave Al Haymon permission to pay it and get me some more fights. And apparently, Al Haymon was supposed to get Adrien Broner some more fights. He hasn't been able to get any fights yet. Maybe this is a tactic that he is using to get more fights. We will see. And get me some more fights so I can make money, nigga. This is what he said. You got me ready to go get 100 to 200 pounds of endo, bruh. And then he says, on God. That's what everybody be saying. On God. What the hell that mean? On God, I would never say F you, but stop playing games with my MF money. Give me all my money, bruh. Now, I will say this. And then he says this here. Stop playing with me, bro, on God. And stop calling me. This is what Adrien Broner says. He says, stop calling me, Al. I ain't gonna say the N-word. Stop calling me, nigga. And he says, I ain't trying to talk. You can't finesse or out-talk me out of this ish. So wait a minute. So apparently, according to Adrien Broner, Al Haymon has been using finesseful tactics to out-talk him and to talk him out of asking for all of his money. Apparently. So apparently, Al Haymon is holding Adrien Broner's money hostage, or apparently Al Haymon could be keeping his money because he know Adrien Broner's going to mess it up, or Al Haymon could be skimming something off the top as well. Possibility. It's a possibility because let me tell you something. Now, Adrien Broner is a grown-ass man. Last time I checked, right? Grown-ass man. Last time I checked. He's a grown-ass man. If he want to blow his money, I wouldn't give a damn what he do. I'm saying it was me. If it was me. Because, I'm not going to tell a grown man what he can. All I can do is this here. It's the financial. I think Adrien Broner's what, 30-something years old? I think he's 32 years old. Adrien Broner's 32 years old, right? He's 32 years old. So my job as an advisor, I'm going to advise you on what to do. Now, it's up to you to whether you want to take my advice or not. If I am a financial advisor, I'm going to advise you on what to do, but it's up to you to whether you want to take my advice or not. If you don't want to take my advice, I'm going to get my money, get what I need, get what I'm supposed to make, because Al Haymon is the manager and the advisor, so he's getting paid two ways from his fighters. Advisory and advisory and management, and he probably getting kickback from the promotions of the fight, from promoters that he chooses to deal with. More than likely. Real Clean Light Podcast says, I don't think he has the money, coach. The pandemic ruined everything. Yes, I agree with that. Yes, I might. Well, I ain't gonna say I agree. I agree with that about the pandemic. The pandemic did ruin everything. He say, didn't Don King look after Mike Tyson's money back in the 80s? Yeah, he looked after his money. He damn sure did. He looked after his money. You see what I'm saying? And so this is the thing, right? Just imagine, I don't know what the financial arrangement is. Tune, what you say, fam? He say, Bud ain't beat the brakes off nobody. Gamboa and Rock Bud coming up in weight, and Gamboa and Burns duck the ish out of AB. Okay. So Tune on this, don't like Bud stuff today, and we gonna praise Tank today. Okay, cool. No problem. I get it. Tune is, I get it. But we gonna stay on topic, though. We gonna stay on topic as it relates to Adrien, the problem Broner, right? Mr. T said, does Al have power of attorney over AB? That's a good question. Johnny Blaze say, first time I ever seen someone go off on Al like that. Yeah, that's a good question there. Because see, the thing is, AB, we know AB is a mess up, but a grown ass man is on an allowance from his financial advisor. A grown ass man is on an allowance from his financial advisor. His financial advisor has him on an allowance. Now, if that may be a good thing. That may be a good thing. Maybe that financial advisor is saying, man, you know what, man, this dude's so much of an effort, man. I need to take control of this guy's finances. I have a problem with that, though. See, let's break this down, guys. I'm gonna tell you why. Now, we do know that Adrien Broner has a poor man's mentality. A poor man's mentality. Do anyone know what a poor man's mentality is? A poor man's mentality, right? And we're gonna break this down. We're gonna break this down. You know, when you have a poor man's mentality, no matter how much money you get, it's the way you perceive things in life, right? So let's break this down. I had to pull this up for you guys. You know what I mean? Because you know, I want to break this down to you guys as it relates to fighters. Sometimes we put too much on these fighters' plates. These fighters are not the smartest guys in the world. Most athletes are not the smartest guys in the world. You need to understand that. Athletes make millions of dollars, the top athletes, because of the physical abilities that God gave them, right? They can do things from a physical standpoint that the average person can't do, right? Because of either their mindset or their the physical attributes. We know this. If you're born 6'9", like a LeBron James, of course you're gonna be able to play basketball better than the guy who's 5'6". As simple as that, right? So, but that doesn't necessarily mean that these guys are the brightest in the world. This is why you hear countless times where athletes go broke. You hear countless times where athletes lose their money and stuff like that, yada, 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 yada. Because they have a poor man's mentality. A poor man's mentality will spend their money on gold, jewelry. They will buy cars. Let's go over here and look at this, right? I got to share this with you guys because y'all my family. I got to show this to my family. Check this out. I looked this article up, right? This is on the Bleacher Report. And it says, boxing, why do fighters lose their money? Because when I thought about Adrien Broner, his rent, I thought about some other fighters with the PBC who did not make a whole lot of money with them and who, you guys may not have never really heard of these guys, but it's not all peaches and ice cream over there. Everybody don't have a 401k plan with the PBC. Now we do know that Al Haymon, he does, he has a degree in finance. He's a financial advisor. He went to Harvard. We know this stuff, right? We know he's really good with money. So a person who is really good with finances and money, guess what? Guess who they prey on? They prey on people who are not financially literate. If I went to school for finances, and I know a lot about finances, and I know that you don't know a whole lot about finances, let me tell you what I'm going to do. This is a good article. This article was written back by Steve Silverman back in 2012, 9 years ago. So basically, this guy here says that, why do fighters lose their money? Let's read it. Let's break it down, guys. It happened in all sports, but it seemed like boxers have a greater chance of ending up losing their money and going broke than most other athletes. Why? Because when a boxer reaches the elite status, like an Adrien Broner, like a Floyd Mayweather, like a Manny Pacquiao, whatever the case may be, they often earn more in one night than all but the best team in sports and pretty much in team sports earn. So basically, a fighter can earn more money in one night than a team sport athlete can. So if you play for, let's say you play for the New England Patriots, you may have a star running back making $2-3 million a game, but a fighter could step in the ring and make $20-30 million. So he made more one night than you made, and participate in the team sports. You see what I'm saying? So now it says here that seemingly a champion who can hold on to his belt for 2 or 3 years would be set with generational wealth. Adrien Broner has made enough money the way he should have generational wealth, right? However, it rarely works out that way. And the devil is in the details. We're gonna dig back and peel back the layers of this onion and break down why. It say boxers may have great discipline in the ring while in training so they can earn championships and exorbitant purses, meaning money. But it seems that discipline is often non-existent when it comes to their finances. Fighters are very, very, when it comes to their finances, guys, they don't have the greatest discipline in the world. I.e., you may see some fighters in the club drinking, getting drunk, getting in car accidents by themselves on the road. You may see some of your favorite fighters hugging up and kissing up on rappers. You may see some of your favorite fighters in the club balling, throwing money, going to strip clubs. You may see some of your favorite fighters buying car after car after car, wearing chain after chain after chain, talking about we got our own promotional company. We living in mansions. We driving Rolls Royces. We this, we that. Listen, we saw this before. My favorite fighter, Mike Tyson, one of them, he did this. Mike Tyson did this. Amassed $300 million. Yes, they all, balling. So when you see these dudes on social media and on YouTube, these content creators, yeah, man, these fighters are doing good. Everybody eating. Everybody making a whole lot of money over there. Everybody making a whole lot of money over there in the PBC. Yeah. It ain't how much you make, is what you keep, though. It ain't how much you make, is what you keep. We finna break this shit down today. Y'all gonna learn something today. You gonna learn something today.
Hey, okay.
Today you gonna learn something.
Hey, okay.
And hopefully when you leave this live today, you come away with a better perspective about the fight game and these fighters. And how we gonna tie this shit to Call Al, big fish. How we gonna tie this back to Call Al? Yeah. Call Al, Bob Arum, and the rest of them sap suckers out there. Anyways, so boxers may have great discipline in the ring, as we know, but outside of the ring is non-existent. Take Floyd Mayweather, for example. Mayweather is one of the greatest fighters of his generation and may be ranked pound for pound best fighter of all time. His earnings are approximately $213 million. Now, this was as of 2012. We know that, Floyd Mayweather, I think he has a net worth of $400 million right now. This was 8 years ago. This article was written, right? 9 years ago. Sorry about that, guys. Yet Mayweather is constantly flaunting his money by making large sports bets. Mayweather likes to brag about his betting exploits. Now, this is as of 9 years ago. And show off the sports betting tickets from his wages. This is what Mayweather loves to do. See, I call this the Mayweather curse, the Floyd Mayweather curse, because you hear these alphabet boy channels, right? You hear them say that, yep, man, what Al doing, what he doing with these fighters over there at the PBC, they doing the Floyd Mayweather blueprint. No, the Floyd Mayweather blueprint only works for Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was an exceptional talent. That's lightning in a bottle. For you to tell me that, Al Haymon is doing on the Floyd Mayweather blueprint with all his other fighters, for you to even say that, you're going to have to show me another Floyd Mayweather that Al Haymon has produced or is producing. Show me another Floyd. If you made one Floyd, you should be able to make another one, right? And another one, and another one. As Jay-Z told Dame Dash, you say you made me, well, make another me. Ain't nobody in the PBC is even on Floyd Mayweather's level right now at the age that Floyd Mayweather was at when him and Al Haymon hooked up. Nobody. You got fighters over there in their 30s. Yeah, we doing the Floyd Mayweather. Nah. You niggas is no, that's an illusion. That's an illusion. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, everybody trying to follow this. Everybody tell, yeah, man, Floyd Mayweather, he flaunting his money. He making big bets over there in the PBC. All us got mansions. And driving Rolls Royces over there in the PBC. That's what they say.
Hey, okay.
They say everybody rich and millionaires over there in the PBC.
Hey, okay. Hey, okay.
That's what they say.
To this day.
But we finna find out. So basically Floyd likes to tell his followers how much he has bet and how much he has won, but occasionally he will admit his losses. Mayweather will almost certainly find out that winning at sports gambling is a much difficult proposition. Which it is. Because most people, they lose their money. Most people lose their money when they bet. Most people lose their money. Very seldom do they win, guys. You see what I'm saying? Now, check this out. Let's go down. I didn't want to talk about Floyd Mayweather in this, but I want to break this down. I'm going somewhere with this. And I'm going to tie this to Al Haymon. In addition to gambling, boxers are susceptible to losing their money through bad investments. Once in a while, once a well-known boxer earns his fortune in the ring, which we see this all the time, he may want to maximize those earnings by investing. However, knowing what to invest in is very difficult for many savvy investors. So knowing what to invest in is difficult for the savviest investor, i.e. Al Haymon or any other guys, financial advisors or people who know how to invest money into different things, right? Who know how to invest money so your money can grow over a period of time. You see what I'm saying? Now, a boxer is usually not a savvy investor. Remember, a lot of these athletes, they're not the smartest guys in the world. They come from the hood, they come from the streets, they are very talented, and they are prey for a lot of smart business people who are there to take advantage of their ignorance. Al Haymon is no different. Al Haymon is no different. All you guys who look at Al Haymon as a god and a deity, you are a fool. When you look at someone as a deity, you can see no wrong. It allows you to cover your eyes and just blindly trust someone because he made you a couple of dollars. He's not making you money for nothing, fool. If you don't know, if you're not financially literate, you are susceptible to being taken advantage of by a Al Haymon or a Bob Arum or a Don King or a Lou Duval or any goddamn body who you may trust, or a Eddie Hearn. It doesn't matter. For you to blindly trust someone because you driving a Rolls Royce, nigga, you crazy. And you want to stump for the gram. However, knowing what to invest is very difficult for the savviest. For many savvy investors. A boxer is usually not a savvy investor, right? He spends his time conditioning and working on his skills inside of the ring. How would a boxer learn about investing? As a result, so-called experts try to make the boxer's acquaintance so they can provide financial advice. Exactly what I just said. Exactly what I just said. When you are ignorant, you are a boxer, you are ignorant to the business of boxing, but you're super talented. You don't know nothing about the money aspect of it. So what happens is a smooth, slick talking financial expert will ease up on you and say, check this out, baby boy. You know who I am? My name Al Haymon. Yeah, man, man, shit, man, I can make you this and that. You know I'm black like you. You know we got to stick together. Man, the white man, the man is, we got to come together. I mean, what I do is I make sure that all my fighters get paid. I make sure that you stay away from the crooks out there who can take advantage of you. That's what I do. You see what I did for Floyd Mayweather? See, the Floyd Mayweather was the bait to bring them all in. You see what I did for Floyd Mayweather? Yeah, he did do that for Floyd Mayweather, and he black. Yeah, you want to stay away from the white devils like Bob Arum and the rest of the whiteys out there. You got to stay away from them. You see what I'm saying? So now, as a result, so-called experts try to make the boxer's acquaintance so that they can provide financial advice. What they really want is to get a fat commission handling the boxer's portfolio. So when you guys tell me that Al Haymon is the angel and he's perfect and he takes care of all of his fighters and he doesn't have an unethical bone in his body, nigga, you is a fool. Why do I call you a fool? Because you clearly don't know nothing about business. Now, I'm not saying that Al Haymon is a crook, but I'm not saying he's a goddamn angel either. And you are a fool to believe that Al Haymon is not an opportunist like Bob Arum and Don King and the rest of those fools out there. What they really want from you is to get a fat commission handling the boxer's portfolio. I.e. Adrien the Problem Broner. Adrien the Problem Broner has problems, and apparently he is a problem to himself. Unscrupulous financial advisors. Last time I checked, Al Haymon is a what? He's a financial advisor. Unscrupulous financial advisors may promise the moon. Yeah, dog, I'm gonna get you this, I'm gonna get you that, I'm gonna put you in the mansion. You can be riding around in Rolls Royces, big boy Mercedes Benz, Maybachs. You're gonna be swimming with the best of them, some of the finest women on the planet. Don't worry about it. I got your money for you, baby boy. I got your money. I got it. I got it.
Hey, okay.
Don't worry about your finances. How much your bills is. Don't worry about that, dog. I got it. I paid for you. Hold on. What, you want that car? You want that Mercedes right there? Let me go ahead and buy that Maybach for you.
Hey, okay.
Hey, man, what you need, baby boy? Oh, man, what you want, that mansion? Oh, man, you making big money. Let me get that mansion for you.
Hey, okay.
Man, you balling right now, dog. Look here, man. He go 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh, you got a briefcase full of money, $100,000. Man, go stunt for the gram right quick.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to handle all your money for you. Heard that one before. And because I'm black, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You good. Just don't ask me about your money. But don't worry about that. I'm going to make sure you good, baby boy. I'm going to take good care of you. So anyways, unscrupulous financial advisors may promise the moon, right? We know this. And invest in And in the worst circumstances like COVID, they may abscond with the boxer's funds. You heard this with Don King. Even if the financial advisor is honest and hardworking, they say Al Haymon is an honest advisor and he's hardworking, he may not have winning investments for the boxer. So even if Al Haymon was to invest his boxer's money in something, it may not be a winning investment. If it loses, it loses. Al Haymon is not going to cover it. Understandably so, he shouldn't. This is especially true where there are poor economic conditions. Right now, it's rough because of COVID, right? So they say. That's what they say. The boxer may think that since he has money today, he will also have money tomorrow. There's a lot of boxers who went through that. Adrien Broner, he's one of them. You know, I'm making all this money, man. He's dancing, flashing, doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah, we see this already. Shout out to my main man, Toon.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that half a dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
So Toon says real estate, TMT promotions, gyms, skating rings, clothing line, exercise videos, exhibitions, investing in upcoming skyscraper. Call me naive, but I don't think Floyd can go broke. Nobody can redo it. Yeah, but the thing is, that's Floyd Mayweather. Anybody can go broke though. Trust me. He's only worth $400 million. It happens. Billionaires have filed for bankruptcy. It doesn't mean that they don't have any money. It just means that their debt to income ratio is upside down. But it can happen though. But we're talking about Floyd Mayweather. See, I'm glad you brought Floyd Mayweather up, right? Show me another Floyd Mayweather. Show me another one. Show me another Floyd Mayweather. I'll wait. Show me another Floyd Mayweather. Because Floyd Mayweather is the exception. Show me another one that's doing it like this. Let's keep going though. Now, the boxer may think that he has some money today and he will have money tomorrow. We know this, right? As a result, there may be a lot of conspicuous spending on items that are frivolous and not necessary. As we know, these fighters buy cars, they buy gold chains, jewelry, they be in the club partying, buying bottles, renting out the hotel floors, just buying car after car after car. Fool, and these fools buy cars brand new. Only a fool would buy a car brand new when you're making money like that. Do you want to know why? Because as soon as you drive the car off the lot, it depreciates 30%. So if you pay $1 million for a car, or if you paid $100,000 or $200,000 or $300,000 for a car, right? As soon as you drive it off the lot, it's worth that $300,000 car is worth $270,000. You lost $30,000. It depreciates 30%. Not $30,000, but you get what I'm saying. It depreciates 30% as soon as you drive it off the lot. So whatever 30% of $300,000 is, that's what your car is worth as soon as you drive it off the lot. Think about that. If it's $1 million car you buy, it depreciates 30%. $300,000, your car's worth for $700,000. So we know they do this. You see what I'm saying? We know they do this. In some cases, a boxer may like to spend money on houses or cars that are tangible and that he should be able to resell if he ever needs money. But a strong housing market can go bust very quickly. We saw this in the 2008, 2009 housing market crash. Collector cars can also lose their value in a poor economy. What's the brother name? Floyd Mayweather got a whole bunch of collector cars. We know this, right? I know Floyd Mayweather, he's super rich, he'll never go broke, yada, 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 yada. He got this and that, this and that, this and that. Show me another Floyd Mayweather on the PBC, sir. I'm waiting. Boxers can lose money by lending money to family and friends. Big time earners, and I'm pretty sure Adrien Broner is probably a big time earner, whatever the case may be, know that many people will try to get loans that they won't be able to pay back. You got to worry about your family and your friends who are always coming around, got their hands out, want to get some money out of you, right? Boxers who are extremely tough in the ring may have a tough time saying no outside of the ring. They say Adrien Broner, he has a good heart. A good heart means that he is foolish enough to give his money to anybody who will ask for it. I don't want to hear that good heart shit. There's a difference between having a good heart and being smart. A good heart and being smart. There's a difference.
Hey, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Another factor that can hurt any boxer who earns a lot of money is a divorce. A boxer may get married at a young age and then hit it big later on in his career. If the marriage falls apart for any reason, and that boxer does not have a protective prenuptial agreement, he could easily lose half of his assets more in one fell swoop, right? Also, we got to think about kids. You got a whole bunch of baby mamas. Oh my God, you in trouble. All athletes can lose their money for these reasons, but an athlete in a team sport may be less likely to end up destitute for a number of reasons. Because in the NFL, guys, as you know, when rookies come into the league, you know, they go through a synopsis. You know, a symposium. Sorry about that. A symposium about how to handle all of their lifestyle situations. Now, just being made aware of these issues makes an athlete less vulnerable to schemes, scams, and getting involved in risky propositions. Also, most team sport athletes are less likely to have the huge paydays that boxers have for the biggest fights. Boxers don't necessarily have to end up broke, but they need to work on their finances just as they have to work on their skills inside of the ring. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, if they are going to hold on to their money well after the boxing career is over with. Where am I going at with this? Where am I going at with this? And what the hell does Al Haymon got to do with this? Everything. 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 So for all you pro PBC ass kissers, you don't even know Al Haymon, and I don't know him either. I don't know him enough to cap for him. I don't know him enough not to cap for him. All I'm saying is this here, because a lot of you dudes don't get it. You don't understand the business of boxing. The business of boxing is to make as much money as you can while taking the least amount of risk. What does that mean? And I'm not talking about the fighters. I'm talking about the promoters. I'm talking about the managers. I'm talking about the financial advisors. The financial advisors do not take risk. The fighter takes the risk. The manager does not take the risk. They're going to make as much money as they can. And when you have a fighter that's ignorant, that don't know much of nothing, guess what? He is prime example to be taken advantage of. Literally. He is the perfect example to be taken advantage of. Now, we know that AB is an F-up. We know this, right? But just in case you guys think I'm tripping, man, that dude don't know what he's talking about. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. These are the top 15 boxers who lost everything. As you can see, Mike Tyson's face right here. He's the poster boy of this. Mike Tyson is the poster boy of losing all of his money. Now, he's still a millionaire. He's doing very well right now. But he don't have nowhere near as much money as he had in the past. You see what I'm saying? Boxers aren't the only professional athletes who end up losing their fortunes and health. And they lose their health on top of that. But they're certainly among the most visible. For some reason, pugilists have a habit of financial and physical disaster. Let's look at these guys. These are the top 15 fighters, right? These are the top 15 fighters who had plenty of money, but they ended up broke. Some of them are even being taken care of right now by family members. It's sad to say. You see what I'm saying? Former world heavyweight champion Frank Bruno of England may still have some money left in the bank, but he's definitely not the same man he was when he started boxing. So we're going to sum it all up. Bruno has admitted to cocaine use and has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. He remains a popular figure in Britain, but is still fighting mental illness. Let's go down. One of my favorite heavyweights of all time, Mr. Joe Louis. Mr. Joe Louis died broke. He died on the IRS money. As a matter of fact, one of the fighters who he fought back in the day, Matt Smelling had to pay for the Brown Bomber. This is where Deontay Wilder got his name from. The Bronze Bomber comes from the Brown Bomber. This for all you casuals out there who know nothing about the sport of boxing, who didn't know that. The Brown Bomber gave birth to, the Bronze Bomber's name from a name standpoint, right? But Joe Louis, when he died, a fighter who he fought, He said once he found out that he was in debt to the IRS, he never really was able to dig himself out, and he kept fighting to pay the government off. This is why you see a lot of fighters fight for a long, long time. Now, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them, some of them have to, when you see an old fighter have to come back and fight a young lion or whatever the case may be, a lot of times he's having financial issues. Not every case is like that, but a lot of cases it is. Ricky Burns is number 13. He's one of them. This is just the top 15, guys. Ricky Burns made plenty of money. He's struggling right now. Rocky Lockridge is one of my favorite fighters. He was one of my favorite featherweights. Had plenty of fights, right? Plenty of fights. You know what I mean? He didn't make as much money as Floyd Mayweather or Mike Tyson, but he ended up broke as well. Let's keep going down the road. Leon Spinks beat Muhammad Ali on his 7th or 8th professional fight. Some dudes say, oh man, Anthony Joshua lost to a fat, chubby Mexican. Okay, well, the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali lost to a guy who had 7 professional fights at the time. It happens. Leon Spinks ended up broke. This guy right here, I don't know who this guy is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know who he is, guys. Don't know who he is. And I'm just being honest. You see what I'm saying? So now, but he did, but they said that he made like $35 million in his career. He's from Poland. He was a cruiserweight and a light heavyweight. Wasn't from, you know what? Now that I think about it, I have heard of this guy. But I didn't watch a lot of his fights. Now that I think about it, I heard of this guy before, but I didn't watch a lot of his fights. So I was into Roy Jones at the time, and I didn't care nothing about that dude, to be honest with you. Adrien Broner. Old school heads know about Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner was a bad boy. Adrien Broner, it says here that Broner was reported to be homeless and living on handouts in 2010 before moving into a halfway house and trying to get back on his feet. Adrien Broner, he retired with a 42-12 record, 27 KOs. Adrien Broner was one of the most fierce boxers out of New York of all time. Literally. He was a bad boy. WBA light heavyweight title during his reign. He was a bad boy. Adrien Broner was a bad boy. You see what I'm saying? He broke right now. Wilfred Benitez. You hear a lot of old school cats talk about, Wilfred Benitez, man. He was a bad boy, yada, yada. Wilfred Benitez is living in I think he's living in a living facility right now. Wilfred Benitez is broke. It says right here that Benitez earned approximately $6 million during his career, which wasn't a lot of money, but you got to look at the era in which he fought in the 70s, right? In the 70s, in the 70s and 80s, you got to look at the era in which he fought in. That was a lot of money back then. I don't know with inflation, what would that be the equivalent of now today, but Wilfred Benitez was a bad boy. He retired in 1990. You know what I mean? Right now, Wilfred Benitez receives government assistance and donations to get by, and he spends most of his time in a wheelchair. This goes on a lot in the sport of boxing. Number 7, who do we have? Riddick Big Daddy Bowe. Riddick Big Daddy Bowe, the 47-year-old, retired with a record of 43-1 with 33 KOs, and he earned an estimated $50 with his first fight. I think that's his. I think that's what his first fight. I guess I meant to say $50 million. He earned an estimated $50 million. That sounds more like it. Bowe's only defeat came at the hands of Evander Holyfield, which we know that. He won the silver medal in the 1988 Olympics. He was stopped in the second round by Lennox Lewis. He is one of 13 children and has joined the Marines. Check this out. Riddick Bowe did 17 months in prison. Bowe will be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. I heard Riddick Bowe is driving trucks. It says Felix Trinidad. This ain't no damn Felix Trinidad. Wrong picture. But right here, Felix Trinidad, the Puerto Rican fighter, Hall of Famer. Felix Trinidad is a bad boy. One of my favorite fighters of all time. Trinidad reportedly, and let's see, Trinidad reportedly went broke in 2014 after one of his business advisors blew $63 million of the boxer's money on government bonds that more or less became worthless.
Hey, okay.
He got taken advantage of by a business advisor. He trusted the business advisor. Didn't question him. Oh, the business advisor, man, we got a black man. Call Al, big fish. He can't do no wrong. He's an angel. He'll never steal because he's black. He won't take taking advantage of black fighters. This is what these Alphabet Boy channel supporters say, and these PBC ass kissers. This is what they say. And they'll come in the chat right now and cap right now. They'll cap right now because he got the complexion for the protection. Let's keep going. The man was taken advantage of. After one of his business advisors, it said one of them. So he must have had multiple. Blew $63 million of Tito Trinidad's money on government bonds. However, after making a deal with the bank, Trinidad was reportedly allowed to retain his assets as their way of generating income in order to pay back the debt. Guess what? They could have repossessed all of his stuff. They could have said, man, we're going to take everything to get our money back. And he would have been homeless. Trinidad. Trevor Burbick. Trevor Burbick is another one. Trevor Burbick, it say Trevor Burbick got killed. I think Burbick has several problems with the law and was sentenced to 5 years in prison back in 1992 for sexually assaulting his family's babysitter. 5 years later, he violated parole and was deported to the U.S. Burbick and reported from the U.S. I think Burbick was Jamaican, if I'm not mistaken. You see what I'm saying? It says right here, one of the two assailants turned out to be his 20-year-old. I think Trevor Burbick, another few resulted in Burbick's death. Yeah, he got killed in 2000, I think 5 or 6, something like that. Edwin Valero, another guy, got taken advantage of, ended up broke. Tommy Hearns, Tommy the Hitman Hearns, one of my favorite fighters of all time. Tommy the Hitman Hearns. Tommy the Hitman Hearns. It says right here that Tommy the Hitman Hearns, 61 wins, 5 losses. He also managed to win 8 world championships in 6 different weight divisions and made about $40 million during his career. Hearns ended up in debt when the tax man informed him that he owed $250,000. Well, if you earn $40 million, $250,000 ain't nothing. He had to auction off his boxing memorabilia. Think about that. And other personal possessions to pay off the IRS in 2010. He also spent a considerable amount of money by supporting his family members over the years. So he taking care of his cousin Nim, Uncle Nim, Auntie Nim, Sister Nim, Brother Nim, you know what I mean? Anonyms, synonyms, taking care of people. Her son, Ronald, is a professional boxer, and Tommy is reportedly a reserve officer with the Detroit Police Department. So Tommy, the Hitman Hearns, is a reserve police officer. This is what's helping him make money. Let's look at Mr. Evander Holyfield, Mr. 13 kids. I think he got like 13 to 14 kids, something like that. Former undisputed world heavyweight champion and cruiserweight champion Evander Holyfield, the real deal Holyfield of Atmore, Alabama, lost quite a bit more than part of his ear during his professional boxing career. It's estimated that the real deal made approximately $250 million. Evander Holyfield made $250 million during his boxing career in the ring and lost just about all of it, mainly due to dishing out child support to his 11 children from 6 different baby mamas. His numerous divorces have also cost him a pretty penny, because when you get a divorce, the wife wants half. The 52-year-old Holyfield has a career record of 44-10 with 2 draws, with 29 KOs, and has a habit of returning to the ring when he needs money, with his last fight being in 2011. Evander Holyfield had a 109-room mansion that was worth $10 million foreclosed on in 2008, and also donated part of his earnings to the church. Man had a net worth of $250 million. So when you tell me that a person can make this kind of money and don't go broke, you really don't know what you're talking about. Let's go to my guy, one of my favorite fighters of all time, Iron Mike Tyson. This guy is the poster child of ignorance when it comes to money. Mike Tyson would tell you that, though. Mike Tyson would tell you how foolish he was. Check this out. Let's look at Mike Tyson. Iron Mike Tyson retired from boxing as a former undisputed heavyweight champion with a record of 50-6, along with 44 KOs. It's estimated that his fortune reached close to $400 million. Approximately, this is what Floyd Mayweather has a net worth of, $400 million. That's what they say. You know what I mean? This Mike Tyson earned $400 million in his boxing career, and he blew most of it on drugs, Adrien Broner, alcohol, Adrien Broner, cars, a lot of these boxers, homes. Mike Tyson dad had a house down there in every state. Divorces, he got divorced several times, and children. The 48-year-old from Brooklyn, as you know, Mike Tyson is, this article came out of 2012. Mike Tyson is 55 right now. So the 55-year-old from Brooklyn, New York, was one of the highest paid athletes of this generation, and also made a ton of money via endorsements. So he had endorsements. Tyson claimed his former promoter, Don King, took him for about $100 million. So out of the $400 million that Mike Tyson made throughout his career, grossed, not meaning what he took home. This is what he grossed. What you make and what you keep is two different things, right? He says that Don King took him for about $100 million. The black man. But the pair settled out of court in 2003 for just $14 million. So Don King robbed him, according to Mike Tyson, for $100 million, but they settled out of court in a lawsuit for $14 million. And Mike probably had to pay that to the IRS. He filed for bankruptcy because of his debts, and he took fights to pay off the IRS. So when he fought Lennox Lewis, Tyson was just fighting just to make money to pay off the IRS. He was a shot fighter at that time. Not making excuses, but it's the truth. It is what it is. You can ask Lennox Lewis. Over the past few years, Tyson has been able to earn money by writing his autobiography, appearing in movies, and starring in the one-man show Broadway style show. So now, as we know that this was written 9 years ago, Mike Tyson is doing a whole lot better now. He's a multi-millionaire right now, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is a multi-millionaire right now. Literally. Now, he don't have $400 million, but Mike doing real good right now. He not going to be working on no 9 to 5 no time soon. He learned a lot. So when you tell me that you're supposed to overwhelmingly trust people, yeah, Al Haymon is the best that ever came to the sport of boxing. Nigga, please.
Hey, okay.
These guys don't know what they're talking about. Why do you cap? Financial advisors are some of the biggest crooks on the planet. Financial advisors, lawyers, accountants, you name them, they crooks. And irregardless of what color they are, whether they black or white, they will take advantage of your ass. Why? Because the thief does not care who he steals from. If I know that I have a fool like Mike Tyson was, like a Vander Holyfield was, like a Adrien Broner is, and any other fighter that's boxing today, if I know I got a fool and I'm a financial advisor and he doesn't know anything about money, guess what my job is? To ease up on him and become his financial advisor. Now, these fighters do not do themselves any favors by living living a crazy lifestyle. If you were in the club, drinking, partying, flipping cars over in the middle of a highway when you're driving by yourself, got 20 kids from 20 different baby mamas, trying to live like a rapper, balling, flashing, stunting for the gram. If you fighters don't do yourself no good. Talking about, yeah, we following the Floyd Mayweather blueprint. The only problem with trying to follow the Floyd Mayweather blueprint, Floyd Mayweather has a net worth of $400 million. You got a net worth of $2-3 million. Big bank take little bank. How can you follow the Floyd Mayweather blueprint when he has $400 million? You got $2-3 million. There's no comparison, sir. There's no comparison. And then you got 1,000 kids. Your pullout game is weak. You got 1,000 kids. Bruce Gold says exactly. And Lennox Lewis didn't beat a prime Mike Tyson. It was just Moses to pay the man. Yeah, that's facts. Now, this is not taking anything away from Lennox Lewis. This is not taking anything away from Lennox Lewis, but I'm just stating the facts. It is what it is. Sneezy Foster, what you say, fam? Those basketball players and boxers do and renting out VIP rooms, 10K and stuff. Yeah, man. This is what it is. So just imagine a young fighter like Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner is 32 years old. He's 32 years old, right? I'm not in favor of any man overwhelmingly trusting anybody to count their money. Think about it. Listen, Don King had such a good Ponzi scheme going on when he was a promoter. Don King was the promoter, right? Don King was the promoter. His son used to manage the fighters, keeping it in-house. The lawyers that the fighters represented, that represented the fighters, worked for Don King. Just imagine what's going on in the PBC, guys. Imagine what's going on in the PBC. We got Mr. Carl Al. He is the financial advisor and he is the manager. So he's getting paid two ways. Two ways. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Give everybody in the chat a round of applause. Everybody in the chat a round of applause one more again. Think about it, guys. Al Haymon is the manager and he is the financial advisor. He's getting paid two ways. And guess what? The fighters like the Errol Spences, the Adrien Broners, the Charlo brothers, these guys are not the smartest guys they're not the sharpest butter knives in the kitchen. And I'm not trying to be funny.
Hey, okay.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But it's the truth. When you overwhelmingly trust anybody to count your money, you are making a serious mistake. That's all I'm saying. You are not, anytime I hear these dudes on these channels talking about, man, Al Haymon is a god, and Al Haymon is this and that, and Al Haymon can't do no wrong, and everybody is happy with Al Haymon. I said, yeah, let's see how happy they be about 3, 4, 5 years from now when they boxing career over with. Let's revisit that when their boxing career over with. Fool, just check this out, PBC. Al Haymon is the advisor. He's the manager. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to recommend this attorney for you that you can use. Oh, and I'm going to recommend this accountant for you that you can use. Don't you think that the Charlos and the Errol Spences and the Adrien Broners and the Tank Davises, oh my God, I feel sorry for that dude. The Tank Davises and these other fighters, whether they're with PBC, Top Rank, or whoever, just don't you think that if this advisor, he's your financial advisor and he's your manager, don't you think that he recommended them to get some good lawyers? Yeah, I got this attorney that you can use. Use this lawyer right here. This lawyer right here gonna look out for you, baby boy. This lawyer right here gonna look out for you and handle all your business. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And we got a financial advisor for you. No, not Al Haymon, the financial advisor. Oh, and we got an accountant. So we got an accountant that works for Al Haymon. We have an attorney that works for Al Haymon. Sorry about that, guys. We got an attorney that works for Al Haymon. We have an accountant and attorney, right? And then he's the manager and he's the financial advisor. If an accountant, let's just say, for instance, Adrien Broner has an accountant that was recommended that works for the PBC. You don't think that Al Haymon getting a cut of that? You don't think so? You don't think that if there's an attorney that represents this fighter that was recommended by Al Haymon, you don't think that whatever money he get, Al Haymon gonna get a cut of that? Because Don King was getting paid off, but Don King was charging Mike Tyson $50,000 per towel for fights. A regular towel, $50,000. And last time I checked, he was black. Last time I checked, he was black. Muhammad Ali lost millions of dollars. He got robbed blind dealing with Herbert Muhammad and the Nation of Islam. Muhammad Ali got robbed blind. Mixing his faith. The nation was built off a lot of money that Muhammad Ali donated, gave. And guess what? Herbert Muhammad, which was Elijah Muhammad's son, was Muhammad Ali's manager. Herbert Muhammad was the one who started Top Rank. Bet you guys didn't know that. Herbert Muhammad was the one who started Top Rank. Him and matter of fact, him and Bob Arum, because he brought Bob Arum along. Herbert Muhammad passed away. Bob Arum I think Herbert Muhammad passed away, but I don't know how Bob Arum has it. But Top Rank was started back then in the 70s with Herbert Muhammad. Herbert Muhammad robbed Muhammad Ali blind. So, Carmen Serene, what you say, sis? You only make money that way if your financial interests align with ours. So for all you PBC ass kissers who think that Al Haymon is Santa Claus and he just buying mansions for all his fighters and they riding Rolls Royces and they got big boy chains and they got briefcases full of money and they just sipping on eating caviar and drinking Dome P and Cristal and all that. They living the life over there and everybody got Rolls Royces. Yeah, you think so? You think so, huh? It sounds good. But I can tell you, I got people who I could probably hit up right now, like a Buddy McGirt or whatever the case may be, and they'll tell you, these people ain't what you think they are. On the outside looking in, everything look good, baby boy. But Adrien Broner getting an allowance right now. Adrien Broner is getting $1,000 a day allowance from Al Haymon. Now, Al Haymon is his financial advisor, so I will say this. Maybe Al Haymon is saying, look, you know what, man? I'm your financial advisor. I know that you are an F up. I'm not going to let you mess your money up because you have kids. And if you mess this money up, your children are going to be in the poorhouse. So I'm going to hold your money. And I'm only going to give you an allowance. So you don't blow too much of that money. I'm going to give you an allowance so you can go get you some booger sugar or whatever it is you want to get.
Hey, okay.
I'm going to give you an allowance so you can go to the club and party and ball.
Hey, okay.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pay your bills for you and help pay off these creditors because you are financially irresponsible with your money. That's a strong possibility. That's what Al Haymon is doing.
Hey, okay.
So I have to say that, guys. I have to say that. That's a strong possibility. That's what Al Haymon is doing. But my thing is this. You can't assume that. That's my only problem. You cannot assume that this guy's on the up and up. We need to do a financial audit. Let's do a financial audit. Let's audit the records of my financial advisor. Let's audit the records of my accountant. We need to do an audit to make sure that everybody's on the up and up. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, okay.
You cannot trust people blindly to handle your money. If you do that, if you are a fighter, you are a fool.
Hey, okay.
You're a fool if you do that. Adrien Broner is one of those fools. Mike Tyson was one of those fools. Evander Holyfield was one of those fools. Muhammad Ali, the guy behind me, was one of those fools. When you trust people who are financially witty, their job is to figure out how I can finesse you out of your money. Demi, what you say, fam? Money ain't nothing, especially IG. You live large. They burn money fast, very fast. Yeah, like right now, like these guys, they take pride in blowing money. They take pride in blowing money. Like, who takes pride in blowing money? That's why Al wanted a 3-fight deal with Cash Nello. Yeah, Al Haymon probably wanted that deal in order to, he wasn't wrong, though. He wasn't wrong for doing that, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? But he said, I'd be like, you are my financial advisor, not my effing daddy. Exactly. But this is the thing, though. This is the thing. The financial advisor, does the financial advisor work for you or do you work for the financial advisor? You feel me? Easy play? Easy play. Does the financial advisor work for you or do you work for the financial advisor? It's cold in order. What do you say, fam? Didn't a judge order AB to pay a woman a large sum of money? And he said that I'm broke. I get money from all of my friends. Yeah, that's true. See, this is what AB had to do, more than likely. Al Haymon got his money. Al Haymon got Adrien Broner money, more than likely. Al Haymon got his money because he knew that, man, this guy got all these lawsuits coming and stuff like that. If I give him all his money, he ain't gonna have nothing left. So I'm gonna give Al Haymon the benefit of the doubt as it relates to Adrien Broner. But it doesn't mean that Al Haymon is an angel. It doesn't mean that he is not an opportunist like everyone else. It doesn't mean that. That's all I'm saying. You know, do a financial audit. And I'm going to tell you why I say this, guys. Check this out. I'm going to tell you why I say this. Because AB said something very telling right here. He said, look right here. He said, stop playing with me, bro, on God. And stop calling me, nigga. I ain't trying to talk. You can't finesse or out-talk me out of this ish. So apparently, according to this post that Adrien Broner posted, AB the Wave God, he's saying that Al Haymon is kind of using, you know, he's trying to finesse for tactics to talk him out of wanting to see the rest to get his money. Right? So my thing is this. And let's look at what some of the people in the comment are saying over here. This person says right here, he says it's in your own best interest. You just can't see it. Get off of social media, posting your private business, and get in the gym, champ. So apparently he know that it's in his best interest. Apparently he know Al Haymon. This guy right here says, hey, you earned your money, but he say, but Al looking out for you to make that money last. However, Al, you need to fight the champ. However, Al, you need to fight. I don't understand what he's saying right now. I guess he's trying to say that Al Haymon needs to get Adrien Broner some fights. This person here said, AB, take this down. At this point, this person here said, at this point, just go get the weed, bro. This person here says AB versus Mario Barrios, or Danny Garcia. Al, pay that man. He got kids to feed. So these are just some of the people who saying stuff in the chat. So a lot of these people who I read, they are pro Al Haymon. They are pro Al Haymon. You know what I mean? Hold on. This person right here says, Errol said in an interview, that's how Al distributes payouts. $1,000 to $2,000 at a time. I didn't know that. And this person here says, Al definitely saving you, Brody. You for the internet. Shaking my head. You think he care about this post? He know he helping you, right? This is what this guy is saying. And able to do whatever he doing legally. Now, this is what I want to tell you. You see this guy saying right here that Al Haymon is on the up and up and he's doing everything legally. The only problem with that is, how do you know that? Listen, you don't see Al Haymon. He doesn't talk, he doesn't do interviews, but apparently these guys in the chat know more about Al Haymon than anything. And these guys are taking up for Al Haymon, most of them. Like literally. The only problem I have with that is this guy, these people, for whatever reason, these people are like, they just love Al Haymon. They don't even know him. So this is the problem. When you overwhelmingly trust someone that handle everything, how do you know that that person is on the up and up? Upstate Cali say, he's a grown-ass man. It's on AB. Do as he wishes. I feel the same way, though. You know what? Hey, man, go ahead. I have everything documented. I have everything documented. If I'm a financial advisor, document this, document that, document this, document that. Hey, sign this right here. I'm finna give you all your money. Sign this right here. It's saying that if you end up going broke later on down the line, you cannot blame me because you asked for all of your money. If you want to mess your money up, mess it up. Adrien Broner say, it's my money. I earned it. He right. I give him all his goddamn money. One thing about me, I ain't finna be babysitting nobody. Here you go, dog. Here go your cheese. Here go the rest of your money. Now, your debts and bills you got to pay, you handle all that now. That's what I would do. But I'm not Al Haymon. Coach, makes sense when they say banks hand that money back. Yeah, you know, I'm not Al Haymon, though. I'm not Al Haymon. Javi Santana say they like vampires, coach, just keeping their boxes alive long enough to drink every last drop. And once they dried up, deuces. Exactly. A lot of these people who capping for Al Haymon, they think that Al Haymon is running a charity event.
Hey, okay.
They talk about Al Haymon as though he just giving money away and it's just a charity event and he's just looking out for everybody.
Hey, okay.
Because of the success of Floyd Mayweather.
Hey, okay.
Because of the success of Floyd Mayweather and other fighters, these other $2 million, $3 million fighters they got on the PBC and $8 million fighters. And let me ask you another question. Al Haymon is in the power position. He's in the power position on the chessboard. So when you say, hey man, don't nobody talk bad about Al Haymon with the PBC, why would they? It would not be in their best interest to talk bad about your boss. Apparently, Al Haymon is the boss of these fighters. These fighters are not their own boss. I've never seen. Let me ask you guys a question. Do PBC fighters work for Al Haymon or do Al Haymon work for them? Norris, I bought Al Haymon first Buick Century. TK Kirkley. Egg Shake Festival, I think it's only one side of the story. I bet there's more to it. I think AB and Haymon may have an agreement. I don't know. If they have an agreement, we don't know about it. Of course, it's more than one side of the story. I totally agree with you with that. Agree with you with that egg shape form. But my point is this. Does the financial advisor work for the fighter? Yes, I heard. Listen, he said, please go listen to Andre Berto interview in regard. Yes, I understand Andre Berto. Andre Berto spoke very highly. He spoke very high of Al Haymon. I heard that interview 3 times. My point is this. Just because one person speaks highly of this individual because he had a good experience with him does not mean that everybody over there has that same experience. Hell, there's some fighters I can find right now that'll talk good about Don King. Literally. Man, Don did this for me. Don did that for me. There's some fighters out there that'll talk good about him. There's some fighters out there that talk good. There's some fighters out there that talk good about Bob Arum. But what you're not going to tell me is that these businessmen in the sport of boxing are just some honest guys. It's just some honest guys. Steve from the UK, didn't AB call Al Haymon the GOAT? Yeah.
Hey, okay.
Called him the GOAT. Sure enough did. See, when you feeling good and you caught up in the moment, you say a whole lot of things. And they sit back and they try to use Floyd as an example. Look at Floyd, look at Floyd, look at Floyd. Man, Floyd, what do? Show me another Floyd with the PBC, guys. Show me another Floyd at the PBC. Floyd was the honey trap to entice the other fighters into the circle. Exactly. Exactly. He said, yeah, me, chat good for Don King. Yeah. He says money talks and Angel Garcia, Danny's father, give credit to Al. There's nothing wrong with that. But this what I want to say, guys. This is what I want to say. So are you saying that everybody on the PBC is happy? Everybody on the PBC? You're talking about the top fighters. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. But I already know where y'all coming from with this. Y'all always run here. Y'all always run here. Berto said this about Al Haymon. Errol Spence said that about Al Haymon. That's 2 fighters. Keith Thurman said that about Al Haymon. That's 3 fighters. Danny Garcia said this about Al Haymon. That's 4 fighters. Deontay Wilder said this about Al Haymon. That's 5 fighters. Sean Porter said this about Al Haymon. That's 6 fighters. Leo Santa Cruz named his son after Al Haymon. That's 7 fighters. Where am I going at with this? PBC got over 140 fighters right here. PBC has over 140 fighters right here. You trying to tell me all these dudes happy with Al Haymon? Well, ain't nobody said nothing bad about Al Haymon. Well, Adrien Broner talking bad about him. Oh, AB tripping. AB also said Al owes him money. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Where am I going at with this? Where I'm going at with this is this. Only a fool would give all of his trust to a financial advisor. I've seen this happen thousands of times, guys. Guys, these guys right here. These two right here, perfect example. Riddick Bowe. Oh, I can show Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes trusted Al Haymon. I mean, not Al Haymon, Don King. Vander Holyfield, nigga got 1 million kids. Mike Tyson. Young and wild, reckless, blowing money, trusting people. You don't think that can, sorry about that, guys. You don't think that can happen? You don't think that can happen with the PBC? So according to you guys, not you guys in the chat, but according to some of you pro-PBC ass kissers and call Al Haymon, he's just this most honest person in the sport of boxing. Smith and West say, how much is Al owe AB? I have no idea. Have no idea. He said, yeah, that list is out of date. Yeah, you're right. That list is out of date. You're right about that. It is. It is. They haven't updated it yet. You're right. And you're right about that, Steve. They haven't updated it yet. But my point is this. The PBC got a lot of fighters over there. Now, some of these fighters are not over there anymore. Some of them are gone, but they have taken on more fighters. But they got a lot of fighters. You're trying to tell me all these fighters is riding Rolls Royces and living in mansions? For every one Danny Garcia, you show me. For everyone Danny Garcia that's happy with Al Haymon, for everyone Errol Spence, let's go here. Let's go here. Damn that. Let's go here. Let's do this. Now, all of these fighters, some of these fighters may not be there anymore. Danny Garcia's doing well for himself. He doesn't have any vices, I don't think. He's not blowing his money. He's not living an AB lifestyle. So he's doing well. Mikey Garcia doing well. He's not with the PBC no more. He's doing well. Robert the Ghost, I don't know. Tony Harrison, I don't know. Maybe he's doing okay. Maybe he's not. I don't know. You know what I mean? But they got a lot of fighters over here. Some of them are not there anymore, whatever the case may be. You trying to tell me everybody over here balling? Al Haymon just giving out money, dropping it like it's hot, huh? All I want to know is this. Does the advisor work for the fighter? Or does the fighter work for the financial advisor? That's what I want to know. He said, crazy question. Is there a boxing mafia? And do they have anything to do with a lot of this? I often see people bring them up whenever they are. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I want to know, guys. That's what I want to know. Because I'm hearing a lot of call Al. And I'm hearing everybody driving Rolls Royces and swimming in $100 bills and mansions, and Al taking care of everybody. Adrien Broner is on a goddamn allowance. So Al Haymon is an angel. He's this perfect guy who doesn't take advantage of he doesn't if he gets the opportunity to take advantage of someone's ignorance and get a little bit more money out of that person, he doesn't do that. This what you telling me?
Hey, okay.
That's all I'm saying. Bon Scott say, going to Al Haymon's wiki, it says all about he worked with. Yeah, I seen that. I saw that. Now, is Adrien Broner a F up? Of course he is. He's an F up. You can believe that he's an F up. $1,000, he get $1,000 a day allowance from Al Haymon. That's $7,000 a week. $7,000 a week, 30 days out of that month, he get $30,000 a month. $30,000 a month is what AB is getting from Al Haymon, an allowance. $30,000 a month, guys. You see what I'm saying? $30,000 a month is what he's getting from Al Haymon. So that's about what? $360,000 a year. Last time I checked, $360,000 a year ain't that bad. To be honest with you. To be honest with you.
Hey, okay.
$360,000 a year. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people out there that would dream of making $360,000 a year.
Hey, okay.
So if Al Haymon could be saving Adrien Broner. But what you guys is not going to tell me is that Al Haymon is, you know, he's making all these fighters rich and he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart. What the hell do you think Al Haymon making? The PBC model of making money is earn it on the back end. There's only back end if the fight is on pay-per-view. Plant didn't earn $750K plus back end money. It's only pay-per-view guys that can earn back end. I tell you what, Lady Shan, what you say, sis? It's great. But what's his overhead like then? Must be crazy. Exactly. Shan, exactly. What does Adrien Broner overhead like? But guess what though? What if Al Haymon is taking care of Adrien Broner's bills? He probably said, listen, I'm gonna take care of your overhead. I'm gonna help take care of these lawsuits. We put together a payment plan for these lawsuits, take care of your overhead. Guess what? What we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you a stipend, a daily stipend. You're gonna get $7,000 a week, $1,000 a day, $360,000 a year. That's what you're going to have for yourself. The rest of your money, I'm not going to give it to you because you're going to trick it off, mess it off, make some more children, you know, what? Well, they ain't going to stop from making no more kids. But you get what I'm saying. So Al Haymon could be saving AB. We know AB like to be in the club, balling. Maybe that is his lifestyle, that because he's on $1,000 a day budget, he can't ball like he wants to ball. But I say this. So what you say on so is AB getting that money in place of his purses or in addition to? No, this is the money that he already made. Is AB getting that money in place of his purses? Yeah, this is the money that he's already made. Apparently Al Haymon is securing his money, have all of Adrien Broner's money, and he won't give it to him. Adrien Broner did say he was broke. He said he had $13 or something in his pocket. So apparently he gave Al Haymon all his money. Because Adrien Broner made a lot of money in boxing. What you say, Lady Sam, when he was hanging out with Fury the other day? Fury and Mr. Foot, or Mr. Foot must have foot the bill. Yeah. He had, Adrien Broner made a lot of money in boxing. But all I'm saying is this here. Karma Serene, what you say, sis? AB is borderline special. I think having Al manage his money is probably the best thing. It's a possibility, it's probably the best thing. But let me ask you a question. Do you think Al Haymon is different from Don King or Bob Arum? And if so, what are you basing that on? We don't know. We don't know. We'll always find out later, though. We'll find out later. $360K a year instead of taking the Hearn fight for $6.5 million. Al rob AB like he robbed Kalanaki. I'm just saying, and they loyal to the to the PBC. I wonder why. I asked a question. I want to figure out do anyone know. Does Al Haymon work for his fighters, or do his fighters work for him? And he's taking an advisory fee off the top. Listen, not only that, he is the financial advisor and the manager. He is the financial advisor and the manager. So he's getting a financial advisor fee and he's getting a manager fee. He's getting an advisor fee and a manager fee. And he keeps the money. And I'm gonna break you off $1,000 a day. Take care of everything. How would you feel about that? If Al has put it in a trust fund, then it'll be difficult for AB to get it. He signed those legal contracts, and he'll have a hard time convincing a judge Al isn't looking out for the best of his interests. All I'm saying, Steve, in the UK is this: why not have a financial audit? Let's have a financial audit to see if everything on the up and up. That's all I'm saying. Let's have a financial audit. If this guy's as honest as you say he is. If this guy, Al Haymon, is as honest as you say he is, and he has the money, and he's paying AB on an allowance, a stipend, let's do a financial audit. Because we can't assume, yeah, man, AB, Al Haymon is doing what's best for Adrien Broner. He might be doing what's best for Adrien Broner. But guess what? It won't hurt to have a financial audit. Let's audit the books. Let's audit the books. That's all I'm saying. Let's audit the books. Because let's see. Let's see. Let's audit the books. Let's see. Let's see. Let's look at AB. Let's look at AB career earnings. Let's go here and see what's up. The problem. Well, right here, let's go here. I'm going to let you guys see this. Let's look at AB career earnings so far. Now, this article was written February 18, 2021. Adrien Broner, problems, yada, yada, yada. We're going to look at his, his net worth. He currently has a net worth of $2 million. Right? He currently has a net worth of $2 million. According to this. It says AB is married. Says he's married, according to this. It was written this year. Right? So let's go down the yellow brick road. AB is from Cincinnati, Ohio. Adrien Broner career earnings net worth. Said Broner has an estimated net worth of $2 million. He's accumulated most of his net worth through a successful boxing career. The famous American boxer was tipped to be the next Floyd Mayweather. That was a whole lot of pressure on him, but could not make it to the top. Broner has spent more than $3 million since 2017. So AB blowing his money fast, right? AB blowing his money fast. So, Adrien Broner took home more than $2.5 million from a match against Manny Pacquiao. On the other hand, Manny received $10 million. Also, both of them receive a percentage of the profits on top of those figures, the pay-per-view. As per reports, both of them will make at least double the salary or whatever the case may be. In 2013, AB made $1.5 million to fight Paulie Malignaggi. He took home another $1.25 million against Molina. In the next 3 years, Adrien Broner made $2 million from 5 fights. So he made $2 million from 5 fights. You know what I mean? Over the next 3 years. I guess that ain't bad. As of 2015, per sources, Broner rejected a 5-year, $40 million deal from Rock Nation Sports. He later confirmed that the incident in an interview with TMZ, later he failed to pay the fine of $885,000 for assaulting a woman in 2018. This is what the brother was talking about. And he declared himself broke. AB declared himself broke in 2018. He has a beautiful family right here, as you can see. AB is the father of 5 children. Right? He's the father of 5 children. So I think he has 2 children from other women outside. Right? And let's see what his net worth is. Can we find out? Well, his net worth is $3 million, $2 million. He has a net worth of $2 million. Now, this is not saying how much what he earned his entire career. Because we know when he first started boxing, he wasn't really making no money. But let's go back and see can we find something else. But this is very disturbing right here. From 2017, it says Broner has spent more than $3 million since 2017. That's a lot of damn money. That's a lot of money. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather got a watch that's probably $3 million. Oh, you say you have 8 kids? AB has 8 kids. That's even worse. Lot of money. Lot of money right there, guys. That's a lot of money. AB has 8 kids. That's a lot of goddamn money. Think about that. Think about that. The man has 8 kids. That's a lot of money. And he likes to party. He likes to go to the clubs. He likes to drink. He likes to dibble and dabble in other stuff. He likes to do all of these things. So Al Haymon is probably saying, you know what? Man, this dude here gonna mess it up. I have to spoon feed him. I have to spoon feed AB his money. And Al Haymon might be doing the right thing by Adrien Broner. But guess what? What's wrong with having a financial audit? Would you guys be opposed to having a financial audit, to audit the books, to make sure that Al Haymon is being on the up and up? Would you be opposed to that? Or would you say, oh man, if you're doing that, man, that means you don't trust the black man. And if you don't trust the black man, you're a coon, Uncle Tom or sellout. You a sellout because you don't want to trust the black man. Why you got to audit the books to make sure everything's going to up and up? Do you feel that way? Or do you feel like maybe Broner need to do a financial audit just to make sure everything's going to up and up? Because if he's honest, he wouldn't have no problems with that. Because all I'm hearing is this guy is an angel. He can't do no goddamn wrong. Diallo Huggy, what you say, fam? Al is spoon feeding a lot of his fighters. Think about that. Think about this. I am an advisor. I am a financial advisor. You trust me overwhelmingly. So that means you're not going to question anything. You just trust me. I'm telling you, listen, I'm going to put you in the best position possible. Look here, baby boy. You came out of the hood, right? Yeah. Man, let me put you up in this nice mansion over here. Not mansion, but this nice $1 million house over here. Put you up over there. What kind of car you like? Man, I did see Young Jeezy. I saw Young Jeezy with a McLaren. I saw who the hottest rapper out there? I don't know. I don't even listen to rap music, but whoever the hottest rapper is out there. I saw him riding I saw Rick Ross or whoever the hottest rapper is out there, the Migos, they was riding a Rolls Royce. You want a Rolls Royce, baby boy? Yeah, man. Hey, Floyd, you got a whole bunch of cars. Get one of the cars, right? Okay, yeah. Oh, here go a Rolls Royce, baby boy. What else you want? Well, man, I do want to get some ice around my neck. I want to get iced up. I want to be so icy. I want to be icy. Okay, baby boy. Charlos, y'all wear big jewelry, wear fancy clothes. Here you go, baby boy. Here go your cars. Here go your jewelry. Here you go, baby boy. Guess what? Now what we gonna do? We need to invest. We need to make smart investments. Wink, wink. Smart investments. Invest your money in me. And trust me to invest your money wisely so that when you retire, you ain't got to worry about being broke. It sound good. It sound good now. It sound good. Guess what? Is anybody going to audit the books? Is anybody going to audit the books? Because we know the fighters. Just think about it. You're a fighter. You know nothing about money. You know nothing about finances. The only thing you know about finances is spending the money. You like to drink. You like to do drugs. You like to party. You like to sleep with a whole bunch of different women. You like to buy cars and jewelry and stuff like that. You're not focused on your money. You know you making money. You know you spending money, but you got somebody who you trust with all your money. Tony, what you say, fam? He said, much respect. In the chat, smash the like button and show support for the hardworking show content. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Shout out to Tony Boswell, man.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother Tony Boswell. I appreciate that.
Hey, okay.
So listen, now I'm not saying that the fighters don't do themselves no justice. The fighters don't do themselves no justice. If Adrien Broner blowing his money, messing his money up, guess what? It might be in his best interest that Al Haymon don't give him his money. Keep his money. Put him on an allowance because he's a mess up. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. My problem is, when you overwhelmingly trust somebody, let me break this down, dog. Please try to follow where I'm going at with this. Don King did the same shit. Don King was the promoter. They came out with the Muhammad Ali Act because of Don King. Because of people like Don King and Bob Arum. This is what these guys do. They show you the honeypot. They lure you in. They give you a couple dollars, put you in a nice house. You're living better today than what you was living yesterday. So guess what? Oh man, you know what, man? He said, I can't believe someone would impersonate me on YouTube. Man, you know what, man? I don't even know, man. Like, man, listen, dog. I'm living good. These guys are from the hood. They from the street. They ignorant as hell. They don't know nothing. All they know how to do is this. They know how to fight. That's it. They don't know nothing about business. You trying to tell me that, you know what, man, from the kindness of my heart, I'm just such a good black man, and us black people got to stick together, and we ain't gonna never take from each other. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some of these fighters. And listen. Al Haymon got a bunch of fighters over here. He got Latino fighters over here. He have white fighters, white fighters over here. He has black fighters over there. So according to a lot of people, these PBC ass kissers, Al Haymon can't do no wrong. How can you overwhelmingly just trust a guy blindly? This is how you get robbed in the sport of boxing. This is how you get robbed in the sport of boxing. When you give someone overwhelmingly your trust, this is how you get robbed in the sport of boxing.
Hey, okay.
I don't give a damn if I trust you overwhelmingly. Let's check this out. I come from the hood. I'm partying. I'm bouncing. You know how ABB bouncing to the ring, putting on the show. Sam Watkins back there, smiling, boy. Look at AB, boy. AB doing his thing, boy. He balling. Errol, what you doing, boy? Oh, you in the club, huh, Errol? You drinking it up, pouring it up with your dogs. You whooping ass in the ring. You driving nice, fancy cars. Al Haymon looking out for us. Oh, yeah? Have you audited the books? No, we ain't did no audit. We trust Al Haymon overwhelmingly. Oh, yeah? Who is your lawyer? Oh, man, I'm using the same lawyer that Al Haymon gave me. Oh, yeah? Who is your accountant? Oh, I got the same accountant that Al Haymon hooked me up with. Oh, yeah? Your accountant come from Al Haymon. Your lawyer come from Al Haymon. Al Haymon is your financial advisor, and your manager is Al Haymon. Now, I ain't the smartest guy in the world, but my GED education tells me that, boy, that man don't consolidate the honeypot. They dangle Errol Spence as the bait. Not Errol Spence, sorry about that. Floyd Mayweather as the bait. Look at Floyd. Look at Floyd. Floyd did this and did that, working with Al Haymon. So they sell it on, you could be the next Floyd. I.e., yo, man, we fought on the Floyd Mayweather blueprint. Only problem is, them dudes ain't making no money like that, dog. I don't pull up a lot of these dudes' fight purses. Jamel Charlo got paid $1 million to fight Castano. Castano got paid $500,000, $500,000 to fight Jamel Charlo. Guaranteed purse. And then they got some money on the back end. Whatever the hell that means. The back end. They got some money on the back end. It wasn't a pay-per-view fight, so apparently they must have got money from the live gate. Yeah, Jamel Charlo got paid $1 million. That was his guaranteed purse in the undisputed junior middleweight fight. This is facts. You can pull it up. Type in on the fight purse for Castano and Jamel Charlo. So they dangle Floyd as a carrot. Okay. Like Jay-Z told Dame Dash, you said you made me, make another me. Okay.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Charles Stevens for dropping that $2 super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. Hey, okay.
Think about it. I'm Coach Malachi Williams. I started a company called New Media Today USA Boxing, which it is a company. I go to my white business associates in Waddell and Reed, and I convinced them to loan me $425 million to finance New Media Today USA Boxing so that I can do what? So that I can sign a bunch of fighters and put them under my company. And then guess what? Because of the Muhammad Ali Act, I can't become a promotional company, but I found the loophole to where I can just be an advisory company or whatever it may be. I have a background in finance. I graduated from Harvard. And I know I'm dealing with a whole bunch of fighters who can't read, who like to drink, party, trick, do all this stuff. And I'm black. I got the protection. I got the complexion for the protection. Don King was the master at it. Don King was, oh my God. Don King was one of the best race hustlers I've ever seen in my life. Shout out to Don King. Let's hit the Ali Bell for Don King. Hit the Ali Bell for Don King. He's one of the best. That black card, a mother, boy. They play that black card on these black fighters, and next thing you know, when your career over with, you end up like this guy. My main man, Mike Tyson. You end up like this guy. Hell, you end up like even Muhammad Ali. You end up like Hearns. You end up like Muhammad Ali. When you, and that's the greatest. I'm saying from a financial standpoint. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Felix Trinidad. Trinidad reportedly went broke in 2014 after one of his business advisors, last time I checked, Al Haymon is a business advisor. One of his business advisors blew $63 million of the boxer's money on a government bond. So this advisor is advising you. He's taking control of your financial career, and he's investing your money in different things. I have different investments going on. Don King was the best that ever did it and get away with it. But you trying to convince me that Al Haymon is the angel. He's the savior of the sport of boxing. And this is coming from YouTube channels who never met the guy. They never met him. They don't know him. They're just going by what 3 or 4 fighters say. 10 fighters. I give you 15 fighters. Give me a list of fighters who living in mansions and riding around in Rolls Royces and swimming in $100 swimming pools full of $100 bills and you know, show them to me. We gonna exclude Floyd Mayweather. We can't even put Floyd Mayweather in that. Floyd was lightning in the bottle. We'll probably never see nothing like that ever again. Never. One dude told me, yo, man, you know, Leonard Ellaby was one of the people who helped Floyd make that money. Leonard ain't do shit. Leonard was wiping the sweat from Floyd Mayweather's forehead. That's what Leonard Ellaby was doing. Wiping the sweat from Floyd Mayweather's forehead and pouring water on top of his head with a sponge. That's all Leonard was doing. He was just there for the ride. So now they say that, yo, man, you know, Floyd is now going to take, he's going to take Tank's career and implement that same blueprint. Oh yeah? Really don't look like it. Don't look like it. Don't look like it. But we'll see though. Al Haymon is a financial advisor. All I'm saying is this here. We need to audit the books. I'm not saying me. I'm saying any fighter. Anytime I hear a fool on the internet tell me that a financial advisor, we are supposed to trust him overwhelmingly because you living in a mansion. Listen, a lot of you guys probably weren't watching rap back in the day, right? A lot of you guys probably wasn't watching rap back in the day, right? Back in the 90s, they had a record company called Death Row Records. The CEO of Death Row Records was Dr. Dre and Suge Knight. A lot of people don't know that. Dre was one of the top guys. Him and Suge Knight was 50-50 partners. Steve in the UK, he said, Coach, do you think the internet knows your net worth? Genuine question. How much trust can we put in these websites and their evaluations? I mean, I don't know. Like the Forbes, like how much do you trust Forbes? Forbes can give you a net worth. Do you trust Forbes? You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of these, you know, the stuff is public information though. It's public information. Like your net worth. Like this is what they do. When you make money. If you're a public figure, you make money, they say, okay, this guy got paid this. You literally have people who keep track of what you make and how much you spend, and that's how they determine what your net worth is. It's really not hard. It's really not hard to do. It's not like these guys make money in secret. Their fight purses are public, right? You know the IRS gonna take so much of that. You look at how much the person's house is worth. Oh, he bought a house. Bought a house, meaning that he's making house payments on it, more than likely. You know, Forbes do it all the time. They pocket watch it. In boxing, they pocket watch all the time. That's how they know how much to pay a fighter. Well, you know what? This last fight, you only made such and such. So you only made this your last fight. I'm going to pay you that based on what you made in the past. Man, why you pocket watching? Because it's public information. We know what you made public in your last fight. That's what it is. Only a fool won't pocket watch. You ain't supposed to be pocket watching. Only a fool don't pocket watch. That's how you know. That's how you know not to overpay somebody for something. If you don't pocket watch, if you don't know exactly what the person made before, how you know what his value is on the open market? Suge Knight. Suge was buying houses and cars for everyone. In reality, they were all broke. Exactly.
Hey, okay.
Exactly. My point is this: Death Row Records, Suge Knight, Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre ended up leaving Death Row. Suge Knight kind of like muscled it from him. Suge Knight had Tupac had all kind of cars when he came over there. Tupac had a mansion. Tupac was walking around with $100,000 cash, doing all this stuff. Guess what? Everything was in Death Row's name. Everything was in Death Row's name. Do you think Al is running a Ponzi scheme with these back-end payments? Man, I don't know what the hell going on. He's very secretive. He's very secretive. He's very secretive. We don't know. That's probably why he don't want to do no interview. He don't want to be seen at all. What I can't go for is the white promoters are evil. They the devil. They rob people. Right? This is the narrative. But the black promoters, the black financial advisor, bro, listen, I can show you some, listen, as a matter of fact, we're going to do a part 2 to this. I can show you some horror stories from basketball, from the NBA, where they had some financial advisors. I can show you a bunch of where the white financial advisors and robbed the basketball players blind. But I got one where it was a black financial advisor. Oh my God. He got away with a grip. He got away with a grip. You see what I'm saying? Snoop exposed that he said he didn't get any real money until with No Limit Master P. Exactly. The worst thing you can do as a scammer is draw attention to yourself. Exactly, Carm. Exactly. Now, again, I'm not saying this is what it is, but he's very secretive. You don't see him, don't do interviews, and his fighters get allowances. Yeah. Fact of the matter is this, though. The fact of the matter is this. A lot of these dudes end up broke. A lot of these dudes end up broke, ain't got nothing. So what you're telling me, so this is what you're telling me. So are you telling me that, well, this ain't a picture of Trinidad. Oh, well, this really don't mean nothing. Yeah, Trinidad, he lost $63 million, but he really got a whole bunch of other money that we don't know about. What are we basing that on? All we know is what we see, what's being reported. Well, really, Bo, he really ain't broke. He really still got like $50 million or whatever the case may be. But it's just stuff that's going on that the public don't know about. That these people who keep tracking your money. Wilfred Benitez, he really ain't living in a living facility. He really still got millions of dollars somewhere. Is that what you're saying? Nah. Everything ain't fake news, man. Everything, a lot of times, it is what it is. It is what it is. He say, forgot about the NBA player who went for 7 and 8 figures to surviving off of bologna and tuna in a hotel. Oh, bro, there's a whole bunch of stories out there. We got to do a part 2 to this. Because the part 2, I'm going to show you a list of one group of financial advisors and yada, 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 who look a certain skin color complexion. And then we're going to go to the narrative to prove a point. This going to be part 2. AB was snacking on some what? In the vehicle camera. We know he doesn't make good choices. I'm siding with Al on this one. I ain't signed with nobody. All I'm saying is, let's audit the books. He says, I'm not saying he isn't broke. These are cases of fighters blowing it all. Yeah, there are cases that fighters blow it all. But remember, dude, there are cases where fighters are blowing money on one end and getting robbed at the other end. It happens, bruh. I could put together a case study showing you countless. Listen, whatever narrative that you want to come up with, I can show you a case study to debunk that narrative. If your narrative is Al Haymon don't rob people, Al Haymon is this excellent guy, he's an angel, this and that, and you should overwhelmingly trust him. Don't ask no questions. Just give him your money. Let him buy the house for you. Let him buy the car for you. Let him give you the jewelry. Just go fight. Don't look back, and you're gonna be good. Trust him. I can promise you. If you show me a fool that believe that, I can sell. Listen, I can sell ice cream to a polar bear. Al smart. He make you sign a waiver to not talk about him. Hence, you never heard nobody, or he'll shelf your ass. You know what? I've heard that plenty of times. I heard that plenty of times, fam. I heard that plenty of times, my brother. That because I just find it like I don't work on several jobs. You can't tell me you can't. I'm Stephen the UK. Yeah, no, I got you. I know you playing devil's advocate, brother. I know you is. I know you is, fam. I know you is. And again, I'm not saying like these fighters and just athletes, they do blow their money, but they ain't blowing no $300 million worth of money, dog. Like you said, bro, it's kind of hard to blow that much money. Bro, you know how many lawsuits Don King received? Don had Mike Tyson paying him $50,000 per towel on fight night. That must be a hell of a towel. $50,000 per towel? I heard Mike Tyson talk about that on his podcast. $50,000. Like let's say Mike Tyson had 10 towels in his dressing room to get ready for a fight. $500,000 on towels. But I can't make this up. I agree with the audit, but I'm almost 100% sure much about AB has left. You know what? Hey, Carm. And another thing, he a grown man. So, my thing is, hey, man, let the nigga have his money. Let the nigga have his money. Give it to him. Me, one thing about me, if I'm your financial advisor, if you don't want to listen to me, this what you gonna sign. I'm gonna give you all your money. I don't want you coming back saying that I robbed you, I took anything from you. You asked for all of your money. Handle your own bills, pay your own child support, handle your own lawsuits. You can have all your shit. Literally. Double Lady Sagittarius said, I spend a lot, but damn, I won't blow that much money. He said, Don invented the finesse. Nah, Don didn't invent it. Don learned from the old mafia guys. Don learned from the Italians. Don didn't invent it. He mastered it, but he didn't invent it though. He didn't invent it. Don saw the game, learned the game, and played it. Southpaw Killer say, why is the promoter still rich and ain't throw a punch? Look at Bob. And something is wrong. With Manny still fighting and Floyd coming back. And Manny not even having exhibition fights. Manny is fighting like Errol Spence. Johnny Blaze says, I wouldn't have a towel. F it. No, this is the thing though, Johnny Blaze. Mike didn't know that he was getting charged that for towels. Devil Lady Sagittarius said, exactly, coach. I'll give it to him. Bro, listen. How smart do you think Tank Davis is? How smart do you guys think Tank Davis is? Tank Davis is one of my favorite fighters, but he don't look like the brightest light bulb in the kitchen. Literally, you know how you know? When he's in the room, Leonard Ellaby has to be there, Floyd has to be there, and when they ask him questions, he looks over to his handlers. Carmen Serene say, man, they don't pay his taxes. That's an easy way to get broke. It was the towel. It was the towel from South Park. Thomas Jones said, swindling in Boston goes way back before Don King. Yeah, it goes way back before Don King. I can't put this on Don King now. This ain't on Don. But I'm just saying though. Helene say, spot on, coach.
Hey, okay.
Mr. T say, first thing you do when you hit the lottery, don't tell nobody. Not in the Black American culture. Boy, the Black American culture, bro, when we win anything, we have to tell everybody. Boy, I got it. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, I hit the lottery, dog. I'm telling you.
Hey, okay.
Think we finna go to the club, boy. Think we finna I'm starting, boy, get on the phone. Boy, let's call these little breezes. Yeah, baby, yeah, you know, I'm balling right now. Listen, if somebody black in America hit the lottery, this is a true story. This is a true story. True story. I had a homeboy in 1988, 89. 1988, 89. Should I say his name? No, I can't say his name. I can't say his name publicly. I had a homeboy hit the lottery 88, 89. I think it was 89. We're going to say his name Eddie. His name is Eddie, but I'm not going to give you his last name. I had a friend of mine named Eddie. This is a true story. He hit the lottery in 1989. Now, he didn't hit no big jackpot. I think he won for like $2 million, something like that. He hit for like $2 million. Boy, but old black people, he hit the lottery. So when the people hear somebody hit the lottery, they automatically think, oh, he got 30, 40 million. Bruh, this dude was balling. Remember back in the day, 2007, Jim Jones made the song called We Fly High. Balling, this dude was balling. Black people in America, bruh, we win anything. Well, it's a cultural thing. Not all black people, I can't generalize, but bruh, we got to tell everybody. Nigga, I got it. You're gonna buy all of these, invest in depreciating assets. Fool went to the car lot, bought a car. I'm finna go buy me a McLaren. I'm finna go buy me this old Rolls Royce. Boy, I saw Rick Ross. I saw Rose on there with it. Boy, I got me old Rose. Still living in the hood. Boy, I got me old Rose, dog, pulling off the lot. Now, I bought it cash. Bought it cash, dog. fresh out the lot. I don't buy no used cars. I buy it brand new. Fool, you know, as soon as you drive that car out the lot, it depreciated 30% of its value. You just lost 30% of your value buying that car brand new. When you could have bought it used, you could have bought it for like, maybe it had like 1,000 miles on it or something like that. Trick of the trade that y'all probably didn't know about. Never buy a new car. Never. Why buy a new car when you can get that same car, a used car, and it just as goddamn good. Now I ain't saying buy no used car for 100,000 miles. Just about you can buy a used car that got like 2,000-3,000 miles on it. You buy it at the 30% less depreciated price. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, I got it. Boy, I got it.
Hey, okay.
Boy, I'm balling. You know, so my homeboy Eddie hit the lottery. I think he won like $2 million, something like that. This dude went crazy. Buying all kind of cars in the club, buying out the VIP. Hey, bartender, give me 15 bottles of Moet on me. This back when we used to drink Moet back in the day in the 80s. Balling. Renting out hotel floors. We go to Daytona, right? We go to Daytona for spring break. He rent the whole floor out. Hotel floor. We gonna rent the whole floor. Can't nobody else come on this floor. This the VIP floor. We rent the whole floor for 3 days. Have all the females come up here on this floor. Philly Fly, what you say, man? Not even an asset coach. Liabilities everywhere. Liabilities everywhere. But guess what? You don't know what to do with the money. But guess who do know what to do with the money? The financial advisor.
Hey, okay.
The financial advisor know what to do with the money. And guess what he gonna do with the money? He gonna put that money right back in his pocket. Steve in the UK said how old the dude was at the time. He was in his 20s. Because I was 15 years old at the time. And I think he was
okay.
And I think he was like 7 years older than me, something like that. So he was like 22 years old, 23 years old. But that's the only guy I know that won't hit the lottery, to be honest with you. Only guy I know. I think he broke now. He said, I bought a truck, 4,600 miles on it, do the same. You do save a grip. Yeah, you do. 4,600 miles, that's just like, that's 4,600 miles, that's just like a new car. But when you have a poor mindset, you value, you don't know how to value money. You don't know how to value money. We gonna be on the gram. Listen, you can go on Instagram right now. You see dudes who are not celebrities. You see females who are not celebrities. But boy, you listen. The way they put it out there, you'll think they rich. And most of them look like me. Can't make this up. Can't make this up. Most of them look like me. Why we got the show and we got it. I got another homeboy. I went to the King of Diamond one day, right in Miami. You know, the King of Diamond is closed down. King of Diamond is closed down in Miami. But I went to the King of Diamond one day, right? Because I got my press pass with United States Press Agency. I'm registered with them. And I used to cover music. Before I started doing this, I used to cover music a lot. Shows, rappers, I used to interview a lot of the indie artists. I used to go to coast to coast, right down downtown Miami, go to coast to coast, interview rappers like on Maybach Music and stuff like that. Just different artists. Jada Kiss, just different artists. I had a homeboy. He broke. He didn't really have no money. Guess what happened though? Income tax came. He won the Powerball, $314 million. It ruined his life. Who is that? Who did that? Hey. That's woo. $314 million ruined his life? He said, Coach, I knew a financial advisor who went bankrupt. Lost his house, everything. He wasn't very good at his job again. You know what? He probably was a gambler, though. He probably was a gambler. Man, listen. I know some dudes. Triple single. What you say, fam? I seen that chain snatch story. I think it was in Detroit. Oh, yeah. Oh, you saw that? You saw that? Yeah, I think he got robbed at the same gas station he bought the winning ticket from. Yes, he did, bro. The dude from Detroit, yeah, man, I don't know what happened, dog. The dude won $30,000 at the hit a $30,000 jackpot in Detroit. And the fool took $20,000 of the 30 he won and bought a damn chain. Not only did the fool do that, he won a chain at a hood gas station. And they were sitting there waiting on him. Snatched it off his neck. Get here. Muscled that. He said, what up, coach? You only answer certain people's questions. Listen, bro, the chat is going fast. There's a lot of questions in here, bro. If I don't see your question, don't take it personal. There's a lot of people questions I haven't even answered. What I want you to do, Caesar, is start a YouTube channel. And when you build it up, my brother, and you get a lot of people sending questions, see can you keep up with all of them? And you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's impossible. It's impossible. Smith & West said it was in Detroit. But ask your question again, though. Ask your question again. I've been on the lookout for it. Triple Singer say, that story made me laugh. I feel bad. No, I don't feel bad. He was a fool. He was a fool. Bro, you could have started a business. You could have bought some, bought some books on how to invest. And yada, 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 yada. We're going to be on the ground flossing. We're going to be on the ground flossing. He said, Coach, what's your favorite color? And that's a good question. I never thought about that. It used to be black, but my favorite color is red. Red. Not a game banger, but red. And I like red. Bro, listen. Go to Instagram. You know how they do it. They balling right now. We can go to somebody's Instagram page right now. They balling right now. Living their best life. In the club, drinking exotic drinks. You listen, you go on Instagram, everybody rich on Instagram. Everybody. All of them rich. All of them balling. All of them balling. We can just go here. I don't want to put nobody Instagram channel on Front Street. All of them balling though. All of them living their best life, or they're gonna live vicariously through someone else's life. Having money on the side of their head. Bro, like people who got. Listen, I know people who have money, bro. I promise you, you won't even know they got it. I know people, black and white, who have money. Of course, they're older. You won't even know they got it. They got jeans on, t-shirt. They might be wearing flip-flops or some specs, whatever. And the average person look at them, oh man, they broke, they ain't got no damn money. He got all the money. Look at this dude. Look at that chain he got on. He got designer this on, the designer that on. And he's going out of his way to let you know that he got money. He ain't got nothing. He got hog mog. I call it hog mog and chitlin money. I call it hog mog and chitlin money. You got club money, trick money, because you finna go tricking. You got alcohol money, balling money. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. Richard Slusky, you hit the nail right on the head. You say, Coach, an honest financial advisor gives you realistic expectations at the start. Exactly. Gives you realistic expectations. And not only that, he will tell you, listen, let me show you exactly what I'm doing. Let me show you how to manage your money. Because no one can count your money better than you. I'm a firm believer in that. No one can count your money better than you. So listen, financial advisor, teach me what you know. I want to be able to, what's the safest thing that I can do? Advise me on that. I want to be able to learn how to manage my money. How should I live? Perfect example. I went to commercial finance school, right, in Albany, New York. One of my mentors, Paid a lot of money to go to this school. This is I paid a lot of money to go to this school. His name is Chris. His name is Chris. I'll see if this is a good channel, coach. All I'm saying is be real. Floyd and Al Haymon are owners of the PBC. Yeah. Well, I don't know about Floyd. Yeah, you know what? You might be right about Floyd. You might be right about Floyd. Yeah, we know that but Al got the $425 million from Waddell and Reed. From Waddell and Reed. You see what I'm saying? So, he got that money from them. Now that's public record. I did a whole video on that. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But check this out though. All I'm saying is you got to spend listen, these dudes, just think about it, guys. Financial advisor, listen, man, I need to know. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I'm 47 years old now, right? I'm 47 years old. 25 years ago, if I would have came across a lot of money, I'd be broke right now. You want to know why? Because I had a poor mindset. I trusted people. I born and raised in the projects. Now I didn't do strip clubs and stuff like that. I was never in the clubs. I didn't do drugs. I went through my jewelry phase as a teenager. But when I was in my 20s, I got interested, I was in the Nation of Islam, so I would have been broke because I probably gave them niggas all my money. Because I believed in this religion. Well, this, not religion, but I believed in this, I guess it's a so-called religion or whatever. And I would have got finessed out of my money. Because of my faith and belief on what I was taught, they would have finessed me out of all of my money. So if I'd have had money back then, I would have got broke messing around with the Nation of Islam. Similar to what happened to Muhammad Ali. Then got mad, realized once I woke up that they put the flim flam over on me and probably wanted to kill some damn body. You understand what I'm saying? So, but me knowing what I know now, I have quite a few financial literacy books over there. I have quite a few of them. Basic economics. I have the 48 Laws of Power. Of course, that ain't got nothing to do with it. But I have a lot of financial books over there. A lot of them. So I decided to educate myself. That's so when I sit down and have a conversation with the financial advisor, because you need a financial advisor. You need an accountant that understands tax law. Because the tax laws change every year. So you need an accountant that understands up-to-date tax law. And you need a tax attorney. Those are the three people you need on your team when you get some money. You need a financial advisor. No, I'm not saying give him all your money. Do not trust him. You don't trust no goddamn body. I don't care if it's Al or call Al. I don't give a damn who it is. You do not trust any goddamn body.
Hey, okay.
Because as soon as you give them your overwhelming trust, you best believe they robbing your ass. I'm not saying they taking everything from you, but they taking something from you. Devil Lady Sagittarius said, can't give them all your money. In my Jenny's voice, yeah. Yeah, for real though. He said, most successful people have failed a couple of times before reaching success. Yes, failure is a part of success. Losing your money is a part of it. Failure is a part of success. I failed a lot of times, dog. Like literally, dog, I failed about, I'm 47, dog. I don't failed about at least about 70, 80 times. Maybe 100. I'm just being honest with you. But I learned along the way. He said, who wins $30,000, 20 on the chat? Yada, yada. I learned along the way. But they would have got all my money. Farrakhan would have got all my money. I would have sent all my money to Farrakhan. Because I believe he was the messenger of God and I was going to be blessed and, Allah was going to come back on the spaceship and save me and kill all the white people in America and yada, yada. I was going to go on the mothership because I gave the messenger of God all my money. This is what I'm talking about, guys. When you look at someone as a deity, you trust them overwhelmingly and you take your eyes off your money. When you take your eyes off your pockets, that opens up the door for someone else to rob you. That's the whole point of this live. When I hear these dudes, Caesar, when I hear these dudes talking about call Al, Big Finn, you know what I mean? And we trust Al overwhelmingly, and they just trust him and yada yada. I'm like, these niggas is some fools. I'm not saying they not gonna walk away with no money, but you don't trust nobody. It's what I'm saying. These fighters, 90% of them end up, 85% probably end up broke any goddamn ways. Manny Pacquiao is 1,000 years old, still fighting. Now, I'm not saying Manny Pacquiao broke. I'm not saying that. Not saying Manny Pacquiao broke, but he's still fighting. Why? I have no idea. Well, he fighting for legacy. For what? Your name, cemented in your name, it say you got a net worth of 200 million. I don't know. That's what it say. You know, your name is cemented in the history of boxing, and the cement is dry. I'm just saying, don't trust no goddamn body. That's all I'm saying, dog. Caesar, what you say, fam? You said you're real, coach. I like that. You have an equal point of view and not a bias like these other channels. Yeah, man, I appreciate that, Caesar.
Hey, okay.
He says, I'm gonna trust Lady Shan with my money because I'm her new mandatory. Slusky say the killer is diverse. Yeah, you gotta be diverse. The reason why you gotta be diverse is because you can't put all your eggs in one basket because you don't know something's not gonna happen in life. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So when you put all your eggs in one basket, best believe that the chances of that something going wrong with that is a good chance that it happen. So you have to diversify your investments. When I say diversify your investments, I don't mean I'm invest some money in my baby mama over here. I'm invest some money with my homeboy over there. Then I'm invest some money over here and buy this box Chevy or buy this Maybach. Then I'm invest some money over here and buy me a gold chain. And then I'm invest some money over here. You see what I'm saying? To buy some weed for my homeboy. I ain't talking about no investing like that.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Paul CX for dropping that dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Paul said, great show tonight, coach. Great show tonight, coach, in chat. Yeah, man. Great show night, coach, in chat. Oh, you say good night. Okay. Yeah, man. Good night, Paul. I know it's running kind of late. Oh, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. His name is in the history of the IRS. That's all I'm saying. He has tax problems, coach. Talking about Manny Pacquiao. Listen, he said, even after you read the fine print, read some more. Ain't nobody gonna take care of you like you. Exactly, Southpaw Killer. Nobody's gonna take care of you like you. Nobody. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, fam. Listen, when you look at someone as a god or a deity, I even heard Rapstar say this. He said that, yeah, man, you know, people look at Al Haymon as God. They think Al Haymon before they think God. Those are fools. Those guys, I want to see them guys in 5 years from now. Let's see them 5 years from now. Because if you thank God before you think, if you thank Al Haymon before you thank God, that means you trust Al Haymon overwhelmingly. One, that means you ain't asking questions. Two, that means, goddamn it, you don't know what's going on with the books. And that means you are a fool. And don't tell me, yeah, man, when they ride around in Bentleys, they got mansions. Shit, when you were signed to Death Row Records, everybody got a Death Row chain. Tupac had a Bentley. He was living in the mansion. And guess what? It was in Suge Knight's name. Mr. T said that's burning cash, not investment. Triple Single says, I'm having investment in the guns. These dudes be, hey, listen, these dudes be I'm investing in my baby mama. She gotta get her some big breasts. Oh, I'm a best, you got 9 baby mamas. You invested in all of them. Literally. You don't know nothing about taxes. You don't know no tax laws. Warren Buffett, I got a book over there with Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett says that he has quite a few tax law attorneys. Get attorneys that understands tax law. Get accountants that understands tax law. If your answer to call Al, big fish, we trust Al, if that's your answer to everything when it comes to your career, I'll holler at you in 5 years.
Hey, okay.
Pop died with $100,000 to his name. Triple Single say the way the Alphabet Boys talk about Crawford is literally like, come sign to Al. See the light. Free yourself. Through the power of Al. It's great. Hey, third Coach Royalty say, God take care of fools and babies. Sometimes the fools die in the street and the babies do too. Unfortunately. Thomas Jones said, great show, Coach. Thank you so much, brother.
Hey, okay.
Al is the PBC Ed Coach Grand Wizard. Paul Burr said, Coach, you wouldn't see Eddie Hearn treating his boxers like this. Hearn worked for the fighter. And that's now, I can't speak for all the fighters, but that's what Eddie Hearn says. He say, sound like some coat-ish. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Bro, that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is, if you overwhelmingly just trust somebody, you don't know nothing about, you don't have it. Listen. Okay, you listen. You, Bruce Dawg, you come to me. What's happening, Coach? Just got in, catching up on the show. Any chance of a quick recap? Yeah, we talking about Adrien Broner. Bruce Dawg, we talking about Adrien Broner. His issues with Al Haymon. Al Haymon owes him money. He's trying to get the rest of his money out of Al Haymon, but Al Haymon could be saving Adrien Broner by not giving him all of his money because Adrien Broner is messing up. Maybe Al Haymon is looking out for the best interest of Adrien Broner. I don't know. Me, I don't assume any goddamn thing. Man, I want to check them books. Can I check them books? Think about it. One-stop shop. You become a fighter. You go to a promoter or a financial advisor. The promoter hooks you up with his accountant. The promoter hits you up with his financial advisor. The promoter hooks you up with his management team. Where the hell do you think all the money going at? We got a bank account for you, and we managing and handling all of your money, and you don't ask no questions. He said Punch Bowl not too far behind if Fox doesn't resign that PBC contract. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying, guys, is audit your books. If you sign to a promotional company, I don't give a damn whether it's Errol Spence. I don't give a damn whether it's Terrence Crawford. I don't give a damn whether it's the Charlo brothers, Anthony Joshua, Canelo Alvarez. Listen, if when you sign with the company, do not use the company's accounting. Do not use the company's attorneys. Get your own accountant, get your own attorneys. And understand finances. Understand finances, bro. That's all I'm saying. Don't just be this dumb fighter. You know, you looking good, you shining. Yeah, boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy, I'm knock him out the box. And then, do you do yourself a disservice when you live this extravagant lifestyle? On top of that, you in all the clubs, throwing money in the air, making it rain. Oh, this ain't nothing. I got it. You got your chains on. Wearing design. Listen, bro, I can't like for the life of me, I don't get it. I can see you being a fool as a teenager and in your 20s, but once you hit your 30s, you should start to see things a little differently. Johnny Blaze said, who you got? Casimiro or Rigo? I'm gonna go with Rigo. The better you understand the better you start understanding finances. Yeah, exactly. They better start understanding their finances. If your answer is call Al, no comment, Coach. I don't know what you're talking about, Lee. You know, if your answer is call Al Haymon handling everything for me, you are a goddamn fool. Sounds like Al has a good Ponzi scheme that's about to crash. You are a goddamn fool. If I tell you, man, if I say, let me see how much money I got, and you trying to finesse me out of not asking about my money, I just want to see how much money I got. Open up the books. Let's do an audit. Let's see what you got. Let's see what we got. The audit gonna tell everything. Hey, Southpaw Killer, why are they still there then? Because they get better money because they get better money with Hearn. Smith and West, that's a fact. Eddie told him AJ sees the money first and expenses and pays Eddie after the audit. Audit the books, man. Haymon is a double dip. He's getting paid as the fighter, advisor, and promoter. Not promoter. He's getting paid as a fighter. He's getting paid as the advisor and the manager. Hey, Marco J's all in the videos. And you remember that? You remember the Source Awards 1995? All in the videos. You man, come on, man. You want to be all in the video. Like, come on, man. Like, you see that with Tank right now. Tank Davis at the podium doing an interview after the Mario Barrios fight. Floyd Mayweather want to be all in the videos. He want to do all the talking. Tank can't talk for himself. You say a lot of boxing managers are directly in the pockets of the promoters. Exactly. It's a way to get around the Ali Act. The manager will pretend to be for his fighter, but it's really more for the promotion. Exactly. That's exactly what Don King did. So Al found the loophole. Al say, I'm an advisor. I'm an advisor. And I'm a manager. So I'm going to advise you to put your money in my pocket and I'm going to invest it for you. Everybody gonna be happy. I'm gonna make sure that you get you want that Rolls Royce, you got that. But everything you get is coming out of your pocket. Everything you getting coming out of your pocket. They talking like Al Haymon just giving away money, just looking out for people because he got a good heart. Okay. They talking like Al Haymon just, man, he looking out. Danny Garcia love Al Haymon. Yeah, I bet he do. Sean Porter love Al Haymon. Yeah. Keith Thurman, as Showbiz the Duck would say, Keith Thurman, he loves Al Haymon. Yeah, I bet he do. Earl Spence and the Charlos, they love Al Haymon. Yeah, I bet they do. Andre Berto, he love Al Haymon. Yeah, I bet he do. Leo Santa Cruz, he loved Al Haymon so much that he named his son after Al Haymon. Yeah. Dumbass shit he did right there. But yeah, I bet he do. Al Haymon, it's like Christmas. It's like Christmas every day. At the PBC, everybody balling. Everybody got mansions. All of us riding Rolls Royces and swimming in swimming pools full of $100 bills. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. Did you audit the books? No, man, we trust Al. We ain't got to do that. We ain't got to audit no books. You crazy. You talking crazy talk. Shout out to Bruce Leroy, the real McCoy.
Hey, okay.
Bruce Leroy say Tank can't string 5 words together. It seems like Tank Davis is on punch drunk too.
Okay.
Smith and West say Mike did it, whooped Keith's ass though. Mike did, they wouldn't be able to find out what they Russian satellite. Nah, you can't even find out. Frank says he advises all his fighters the same way. Fight for the PBC only. He said, what does Shelly Bullwinkle take? Now, Shelly Bullwinkle, I'm not going to lie. He has a good reputation in the sport of boxing. He did help Mike Tyson get his finances together when he was just fighting for money and broke and stuff like that. Shelly Bullwinkle has a good reputation in the sport of boxing. Mr. Calderon, he said they love Don King too. Yeah, they love Don King too in the beginning. They did. Till they found out Javi Santana. Shout out to Javi Santana for dropping that.
Okay.
That $1.99 super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, great show, coach, like always. I'm out. Hey, listen, man. He said, Uncle Al Haymon, the most generous businessman in human history. He like charities boxing. Yeah, exactly. Let them tell it.
Okay.
Let them tell it. Everybody just eating caviar and shrimps, not shrimps. See, rich people, see, not shrimps, swimps. See, everybody eating swimps and caviar and drinking Dome P and Cristal and, and living in mansions and Rolls Royces. Rolls Royces is how they living over there. And everybody, Al Haymon taking care of everybody with their money. These fighters ain't the brightest. They're not the brightest light bulbs in the kitchen, man. I'm just being honest with you. I'm just being honest with you guys. When you just trust someone overwhelmingly with your money and you don't, I'm advising you to give me your money and I'm going to make sure you're taken care of. You know I got a degree from Harvard, right? You know we got to stick together. We got to stick together now. We brothers. We got to stick together. Now, I ain't going to be doing no interviews. You ain't going to see me out in public. I'm going to be over here, watching your money. I got you. Don't you got that nice? Listen, Don King told Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes was complaining about Don King. Man, you owe me money, man. Don King paid him like $7,000 for one fight one time, and it was supposed to be for $500,000 or something like that. And Don told him with all the expenses and stuff he had to pay and this and that, and he goes $7 grand or 10 grand for a fight. You paid it to him in cash in the locker room. That's a true story. Paid it to him in cash in the locker room. Don King did that. Oh, don't worry about it. You're gonna get plenty more. You're gonna get plenty more fights. I got you, Larry. I got you. You're gonna get plenty more fights. Don't worry about it. Just keep fighting. Trust in Don King. Trust in Don King. Overwhelmingly. Don told Larry Holmes, when Larry Holmes was, hey, man, what's up with the rest of my money, man? He said, Larry, man, what you crying for, man? He said, man, ain't you a millionaire, boy? He said, ain't you a millionaire, boy? He said, don't you live in that nice little pretty big house on the hill? Ain't you riding a Rolls Royce? Think about that. I'm asking about my money, and this nigga talking about, yeah, boy, ain't you a millionaire? Boy, don't you live in that nice big house? Boy, don't you got a Rolls Royce? Hey, look at you. So they living better than what they was before they met Al Haymon. Yeah, so they ain't got no problem. But they all said the same thing about Don King. Until later on down the line, they realized, man, what the hell? They'd be like, Lil Santa Cruz named this kid after Al Haymon, while ignoring how bad Gary Russell's situation has been for the past 5-6 years. Exactly. Bruce Leroy say Al Haymon protected Leo from Enrico ass whooping. Eric 1984 say Coach Broner probably about to get sued. He was in a fight yesterday, I believe. Plus, there are a handful of videos of him punching guys on the street. Yeah, what I'm saying is, Al Haymon, I'm not saying that Al Haymon is doing the wrong thing by not giving Adrien Broner all his money. All I'm saying, brother, is do not overwhelmingly trust anybody, especially in the sport of boxing. You see what I'm saying? Audit the books. Because if you're a dumb fool like that, I'm pretty sure he's being taken advantage of as well. That's all I'm saying. Smith the West say, I don't know why, but that's funny as F to me, Eric. You can't pay AB enough to let his hands go in the ring, but he punches skateboarders and mailmen on the street. And his hands is licensed, it's registered. So if you're a boxer and you punch someone, that's like you having a gun shooting somebody. Or you know what I mean? A pistol whipping them with a gun. His hands is registered as a weapon. Literally. You understand what I'm saying? He say salute Omar.
Hey, okay.
He said, what are the career money amounts for fighters? I don't know. Everybody's different. So you have a C-level fighter. They probably still got a job right now. Like Joe Smith Jr. I think he's at light heavyweight, right? Joe Smith Jr. Let's say he still work on a construction job. So he's a C-level fighter. A top fighter don't have to do that. And then they played a good cop, bad cop. Oldest trick in the book. Al Haymon and Arum, a combined 180 years of swindling. A good cop, bad cop. Bob Arum is the white evil devil. You can't trust him. Al Haymon is the good guy. Yeah, they do that in wrestling. Good guy, bad guy. Good cop, bad cop. Al Haymon and Bob Arum probably the best of friends. We don't even know it. Al Haymon and Bob Arum probably the best of friends. We don't even know it. The Tia female purse bid situation got ugly. If you remember, Bob quotes, Bob threatened David McWater, Tio's manager, by saying it won't be as easy to get getting dates for your other fighters anymore. Yeah, that's how it worked. That's how it worked. They called him the Bob father for a reason. So think about that. Triple single. Just think about what you just said, fam.
Hey, okay.
The Tia female purse bid situation got ugly, if you remember. I do. Bob Arum quotes, Bob had threatened Dave McWater which is T.O.'s manager, by saying it won't be easy getting fight dates for your other fighters anymore. Guess what? Guess who having problems getting fight dates? PBC fighters. So think about it. If you was to come out and say something against Al Haymon,
Okay.
you might not get a fight date. Even the fighters who are being quiet and keeping the code, the Al Haymon code, that we love Al Haymon, even them dudes over there, even some of them, they can't get fight dates. Now the fighters who are getting fight dates, they happy with Al Haymon. They happy with Al Haymon. Leo Santa Cruz needs a new brain. What kind of Mexican calls his kid Al Haymon? Bro, you ain't lying, man. Bro, I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
Okay.
I don't get it at all, fam. He named, that's the first Mexican that I ever heard named his son after a Black American. Wow. Wow.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Okay.
It said Regis Prograde just went through that last week. He walked back the Al Haymon slander quick. Yeah. It's some dudes that don't they mad at Al Haymon. They don't like Al Haymon. But they can't say nothing. Sorry about that, guys. Listen, think about it. If you say something bad about Al Haymon, you ain't gonna get no more fight dates. How fighters make money?
Okay.
They make money by fighting. So if I don't know how to do anything else but fight, but box, and the guy who controls my career is responsible for landing me all of these fights. If I piss him off, I don't get the fights. If I don't get the fights, I don't make the money. If I don't make the money, I can't pay my bills. If I can't pay my bills, I'm gonna be in the poorhouse. So when you tell me, don't let everybody talk good about Al Haymon, they better talk good about Al Haymon.
Okay.
They better talk good about Al Haymon. Because if they don't talk good about Al Haymon, guess what? No more fights. No more money. Your ass gonna be broke. So, check it out, guys. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Shout out to Johnny Blaze. Shout out to Philly Fly. Shout out to Double A Sagittarius. Shout out to Mr. T. Shout out to Noir. Shout out to Richard Sletsky. Shout out to Double A Sagittarius. Shout out to Caesar Castro. Shout out to Javi Santana. Shout out to Tony Montana. Shout out to Mr. T. Shout out to Smith & West. Shout out to Marco James. Shout out to Dragon Leg. What up? Shout out to Southpaw Killer. Shout out to Triple Single. Shout out to Toby Bartlett. Shout out to Karma Serene. Shout out to Lady Shayin. Shout out to Punch Rope Boxing. Shout out to Double A Sagittarius. Shout out to Marco James. Shout out to Javon Soto. Shout out to Noir Abstract. Shout out to Triple Single. Shout out to Richard Slutsky. Shout out to Paul CX, my brother. Shout out to Jerome Benjamin. Shout out to Javi Santana. Shout out to Carmen Serene once again. Shout out to Jay Graves, 58. Shout out to Triple Single once again. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Shout out to Third Coast Royalty. Shout out to Paul Burke. Shout out to King K.O. Shout out to Bruce Dog. Shout out to Mr. Daron 93. Shout out to Jeff Lucietta. Shout out to Johnny Blaze. Shout out to Malo Gente. Shout out to you, fam. Shout out to Paul Burke. Shout out to Frank. Shout out to Triple Single. Shout out to Southpaw Killer. Shout out to Jerome Benjamin. Shout out to my brother Smith & West once again. Shout out to KD Doctor 7989. Shout out to Bruce Leroy, the real McCoy.
Okay.
Shout out to Mr. T.
Okay.
Shout out to Javi Santana.
Okay.
Shout out to Halim in the building.
Okay.
Shout out to Triple Single once again.
Okay.
Shout out to Jerome Benjamin with all of the laughing emojis.
Okay.
Shout out to Omar David.
Okay.
Shout out to who else we got? Double-A Sagittarius once again.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to OJ U-Man.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Richard Sletsky.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Southpaw Killer.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Bruce Dog.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to William. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Killy Boy from Scotland.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Alex Ray.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to The Messenger.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Mecca Management.
Hey, okay.
Let's see. This dude here says, as a matter of fact, it'll be to be continued.
Hey, okay.
All I ask you to do, sir, is go back and watch the live. You go back and watch the live and listen, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. Other than that, you missed out.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Angel Rivera.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Hitchman Rapture.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother Jabez Bickle. Shout out to Rob Rib Shows. Shout out to Flip Jackson. What's going on? We'll be back tomorrow. New Media Today USA Boxing. Coach Malachi Williams represent once again. Signing out. See you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.